Calm down. Calm down. Michigan spring game. Hey! Good morning. Michigan spring game. Just getting ready to get underway. It's on Fox if any of y'all want to watch along. I don't know how much of it we'll watch. We'll see. Of course, last week's Ohio State spring game was unwatchable. I do think Michigan actually tackles, though. I don't think they pillow fight or play two-hand touch, so might be able to watch a little more of this one. A lot of turnover on Michigan. Coaching staff obviously gone. I mean, they kept some. Sharon Moore was promoted from within to head coach, but of course Harbaugh gone. Took a couple of the members of the staff with him. Harbaugh gone. The running backs gone. A lot back on defense though for Michigan, and of course new quarterback situation. So I guess we'll see Alex Orji. Alex Orji. Might have the best name in all of college football. I don't know. What do y'all think? Best name in football or no? Let's get some light in here. About that. Get some light in here. Charles Woodson on the sideline from back when Michigan was consistently good. Joel Klatt interviewing him. How y'all doing? What y'all up to this weekend? Yeah, horns down in that, obviously. Just because we know it makes them mad. NBA playoffs on all day today. Major League Baseball on all day today. We got to pay Lou today. Let's see. What do we need today? Let's see who we need to win today. Who do y'all like in the NBA playoffs today? Oh, okay. Sprague, I'll check that today. We need the Chicago Cubs to win. We need the New York Knicks to win. Orlando Magic +5. Orlando Magic +5. I think that game comes on at 1 o'clock, so maybe we'll watch some of that one. And we need the Phillies to win. Those are the bets so far today. What else should I bet on? Let me know. Word on the street is that the Braves are going to win today. Some of y'all might know something about the Braves. Are they going to win today? They play the Rangers, Texas Rangers. And I guess Charlie Morton, is that his name, the pitcher for the Braves? I guess he's pitching today, and I guess he's good. I don't know. It's hot here today. Been hot the last few days. Let's see. Jarrett Howard, Nicholas Tylenol, Michael Sprague, Paul Garner. Jarrett Howard, QWERTY, Tom Riddle, Z200, Floby, Nizzy B. What's up, buddy? Kobe Williams, the Lakers. No, no, the Lakers aren't winning today. They might cover. They're like 7-point underdogs. I don't know. They're not winning. I don't think they're beating the Nuggets, buddy. Dylan, what's up, buddy? Who do you have in a Magic and Cavs game? I'm on Magic +5, so I don't care if Cleveland wins, but I need them to win by less than 5. I've got the Magic +5 in that one. What's up, Sports Talk? Justin Scram, good to see you, buddy. The Celtics aren't winning this year, and they never win in because they're never going to be able to beat the Western Conference, says Jarrett Howard. Hey, what's up, Nick? Thanks for the super chat, buddy. I appreciate you helping to support the show today. Good to see you in here. I'm doing good. Hope you are too. Breaking Parallels. What's up, buddy? Senor Dog. USC and Ohio State are both soft, says Z200. Well, it's kind of hard to argue with you there. Are you going to bet the Braves game tonight? People are trying to talk me into it, so I'll probably take the Braves tonight. We'll see how the games go earlier in the. I really need the Cubs to win, and then if they win by 2 or more, that's even better. But I really need the Cubs to win. They got a doubleheader today. I need them to win both games, but I need them to particularly win the first game. Fixing to watch the Lady Vols whip LSU in softball. Yeah, have fun with that. Have fun with that. Anybody going to the Magic show tomorrow? You talking about church? Not me. No, not me. My Cubs got you, Uncle Lou. Yeah, I cashed on them yesterday. I played them yesterday and hit. I'm going to play them again today both times. And I'm playing them in both games today. What do you think about the Mavs beating the Clippers tomorrow? I haven't really looked at tomorrow's games yet, to be honest with you. All right, kickoff underway in the spring game here. Maize and blue. Kickoff goes into the end zone. More tackling in the Michigan spring game than the Ohio State spring game. Well, I hope so. There was no tackling in the Ohio State game. It was unwatchable. It wasn't even close to anything resembling actual football. So, Alex Orji out at QB for what I assume is the first team offense here for Michigan. Looks like Edwards in the backfield at running back. Blake Corum is gone off to the NFL. They do still have, what is it? Is it Donovan Edwards? Is that his name? So we'll get a look here at Alex Orji at QB. He did play some last year in spot situations. He's more of a mobile type runaround quarterback. I formation here from Michigan. Orji under center, handoff right tackle. Breaks a bunch of tackles. Yeah, get out. Go out there and do something. Go out there and find something to do. Get a job or something. Donovan Edwards with the carry on the first play of Michigan's spring game. It was a good-looking run, too, off right tackle. Good for a first down. 1st and 10 again for Michigan. They're just across the 35-yard line. Offset I formation this time. Under center again for Alex Orji. Play action pass. Rolls out. Incomplete. Not a good pass. Had a tight end open in the flat and just missed him. Not a good throw there by Alex Orji on the run. Didn't Edwards go off in the Natty game? You know what? I don't remember, to be honest. I don't remember. It'll be interesting to see if you still recommend the TV networks to show spring games next year. Only if they're games. That's it. This is fine. This is actual football here. The Ohio State game, things like what Ohio State did and what Ole Miss did, no, those should not be on TV. Now, Ole Miss wasn't on TV. It was streaming. But the Ohio State game had no business being on TV. None. The Ohio State game being on TV didn't do anything to help college football. Nothing. Another first down for Michigan. If you just tuned in, this is the first possession of Michigan's spring game. Alex Orji getting the first team reps at QB. He played some last year in spot situations. He's more of a mobile runaround type of QB. The questions during spring practice for Michigan have been his ability to kind of sit in the pocket, read a defense, and make a throw. He's similar to a Jalen Milroe type of player. And there's another bad pass behind a wide open wide receiver on a deep out route. Not a good throw. Thrown off his back foot, way off target. Lucky it wasn't intercepted and falls incomplete. Not a good throw there by Alex Orji. Michigan's ground game looks good early in this one. But I don't know about this Alex Orji. He might have Jaden Mildew disease. 2nd and 10 now. Up close to midfield. Shotgun for Orji. Throws, sidearm, complete on a hitch pass. Makes the first man miss and then tackled from behind after a 6 or 7 yard gain. Just one of those quick hitch passes right behind the line of scrimmage. Michigan should just run the ball all next year, says Exotic T. 3rd and 4 coming up for Michigan. Jaden Rashada is out there. He was bad last year. He was bad. And I think he's going to sign with Georgia, but I hope he doesn't ever play. He has not looked good. He has not looked good. I formation again for Michigan. Orji under center. Just one wide receiver. Jumbo package here. Handoff right up the gut for no gain on 3rd and 4. And it's going to be 4th down on the opponent's 47-yard line. Decision time here for Michigan. Do they go for it? What are they going to do? The mildew disease is contiguous. Is that true? It's connected? Connected to what? Do you mean contagious? Or do you actually mean that mildew disease is contiguous? As in, like, the continental United States is contiguous. 4th and 3. Offense stays on the field. Orji back to throw in the pocket. Gets rid of it. Caught. Close to a 1st down. I believe he got it. He did. Up to the 40-yard line. Needed 3. Picked up about 5. Lou, is Trump going to testify? He said yesterday he was. But, I mean, I don't know. But he was asked yesterday if he was going to. He after court ended yesterday, he came out like he has every day and like spoke to the media for a few minutes, and then he turned around to leave, and somebody yelled out, "Trump, are you going to testify?" And right as he was going through the door, he turned around and he went, "Yes." But we'll see. I don't know. If the trial was being televised, I'd care a lot more whether Trump was testifying or not. That would be interesting to watch, but it's not televised, so I don't really care. Uncle Lou 2024, that's a great idea, but I don't have time. I don't think Trump should testify. I don't think any good would come of that for him. I don't really think any defendant should ever testify, really. I'm confused. How could he be getting in trouble if he made the porn star sign an NDA? What rules did he break in the contract? It's not about what rules he broke in the contract. It's about what laws he broke. I'm not a lawyer, so I mean, I don't know whether he's guilty or not. I just know what he's accused of. Go Blue. Look, Ohio State, we actually tackle. Hashtag pay Lou. Yeah. You can tackle in the spring game, Ohio State, man. Lots of people do it. I saw pay Lou, so I'm here to pay my dues. Yeah, thanks, Bama Mike. I'm on, I just read it off a minute ago. For the basketball games, I like the Knicks to win and cover the 3. I like Orlando Magic +5. And in baseball, I've got the Cubs in the early game, the Cubs in the late game, and the Phillies. So those are my bets so far today. Still no score. First drive of the game here for Michigan. Alex Orji is getting the first team reps at quarterback. Played a lot last year. Didn't start, but he was QB2 last year. Came in a lot of games. He has driven the first team offense down into the red zone. 1st and 10 on the 18. Shotgun. Back to throw, scrambles out to his right. He's going to take off running. 15, 10, 5. Touchdown, but I don't know if they're going to let the touchdown stand or not. He was touched back around the line of scrimmage. Yeah, they're going to call it a touchdown. This is the problem with trying to evaluate running quarterbacks in a spring game. You're not allowed to tackle them. So, like, there was a defender that touched Alex Orji around the line of scrimmage. And it's just kind of coach's discretion, I guess, whether or not they blow the whistle and mark him down or they let the play continue. There was another defender that kind of had a shot at him inside the 5 and really didn't even make any effort because of the no hitting the quarterback rule, I guess. Although I will say this, Alex Orji has a regular jersey on, doesn't he? Or do just the quarterbacks have on the white jerseys? I guess just the QBs have on the white jerseys. Yeah, So he's got a non-contact jersey on. So they're going to count it as a touchdown. But, you know, we know he can run around with the ball. So I'm not knocking him saying that wouldn't have been a touchdown or wasn't a good run. I just mean you can't judge that. That's almost impossible to judge in a spring game because of the rules surrounding the quarterback and what you can and can't do. But if you look at him right here, right there, and then you can see the guy let up inside the 5-yard line there. So, again, we know he can run around and do all those sorts of things with his legs. We've seen him do that. All the questions about Alex Orji. And if you read, like, Michigan practice reports or like the Michigan site over on 24/7, that's all anyone seems to care about this spring when it comes to Michigan is, can Alex Orji learn to sit in the pocket and throw the ball? Amazing the amount of people out here telling Lou he can't talk about politics on his own channel, says Carter Hansen. I don't mind talking about politics. The problem is there's just so many weak-minded fucking people that if you say anything politically that they disagree with, they'll never watch you again. And I have hard evidence and solid proof of that too. People that want you to talk about politics, they only want you to talk about politics if you're going to say something they agree with. If you say something they disagree with, they get mad and unsubscribe because they're weak-minded, and it destroys their feelings to hear any opposing opinion, which is sad. Second team offense now out for Michigan. Touchdown drive from the first team offense. 7-0. So look at this. They even have a normal scoring model. Unbelievable. Warren is the QB for Michigan. I'm not going to lie. I know nothing about this guy. Is there any Michigan people in the chat? Is this a true freshman? Or who is this Warren at QB? I don't know much about him. It's going to be a handoff on first down. Off right guard for a couple of yards. Drags the pile before he's thrown down. Second down coming up for the second team offense now. Michigan actually tackling. Yes, they are. Yes, they are. What are y'all talking about Octavian? Perpetual backup. Okay, so he's been there for a while. It's not like a true freshman deal. I have an emergency. I'm going to have to leave to go and get a barbecue sandwich with crinkle cut fries. Yeah, crinkle cut fries are the way to go. I like barbecue sandwiches too. My daughter works at a barbecue place here in town, so actually I haven't been to see her there in a while. I need to go by there. They have a barbecue sandwich called the Big Daddy. It's fucking huge. That's what I get when I go. Yeah, but she works at a chain. I'm not going to say where it is because you know how the trolls are fucking, the trolls are out of control. Y'all know that. I'm not going to say where she works, but she works at a barbecue place. She's in high school. So she just works part-time. 3rd and 7 for the second team offense. Warren in a shotgun this time. 3 wide receivers. Back to throw on third down in the pocket. Gets rid of it off his back foot, but a dart. Huge gain down inside the 40. Tackled at the 37. Now, that was the best looking throw we've seen today by any quarterback. So, yeah, I mean, he put that ball on the money. About a 10-yard crossing route over the middle, and he put it on the money. That's the best looking throw we've seen today. Are you going live next Thursday? Next Thursday. What's Thursday? Yeah, call-in show. Yeah, call-in show. Michigan's on Fox, jackpot. They're on Fox. Regular broadcast TV, Fox. Who's excited for the college football 25 video game? Yeah, I am. I guess that's coming out in July. Is that what we're thinking? The deal with a bomb is ridiculous. I don't know what that means. WWE's making a killing off the sports belts. football, professional football, basketball. What? WWE is making a killing off the sports belts. I don't know what that means. Will you go live for the draft, Lou? Yeah, I always live stream the first round of the draft. I think old Brock Bowers is going to be good. Boy, you're going really out on a limb there, Paul. What a hot take that is. You think Brock Bowers is going to be good. Wow. It's a real hot take there. Good luck against the bookie. Yeah, got another couple of days. We got to win some today and tomorrow, and we'll be good. Got to win some today and tomorrow, and we'll be good. Commercial break in the Michigan game after that long pass and catch on the previous play. All these teams have turnover belts, etc., as some kind of a gimmick. I guess that's what he's talking about. Oh, I don't know. They have to pay WWE to use a belt? Why? What makes you think they have to pay WWE to have a belt on the sideline? That's silly. The championship belts that you see WWE creates for college, professional football, baseball, all sports. Right. Does UFC have to pay the WWE too? What about boxing? They pay them too? I've got 2 championship belts. Do I have to pay the WWE? Nobody gives a fuck about your make-believe wrestling, man. Still a commercial. Boy, they're getting their money's worth out of this damn spring game. Michigan is going to be horrible this year. They will get hammered and get their just desserts. Horrible. I don't know about that. Are there 4 teams in the Big Ten better than Michigan? Which helmet was in the blank spot? I think it was Kansas. It fell down. Yeah, I think. Yeah, Kansas. Fell. I got to put it back up. Kansas and Florida was over there. They fell down. Even if Michigan is horrible, they'll beat Texas and the Cuckeyes. Ryan Day is the white Deion Sanders. I don't even know what that means. Are you trying to compare Ryan Day and Deion Sanders as coaches? If you are, that's the dumbest thing I'll read all day. 1st and 10. Nowhere to go. Might have lost half a yard. 2nd and long coming up now for the second team offense. The 4 best teams in the Big Ten are in particular order: Penn State, Michigan, Ohio State, and Oregon. Yeah, most likely. I think Nebraska will be better, but I don't know about top 4. Wisconsin has some potential, but I don't know about top 4. Southern Cal, if they can get the defense figured out, but I don't know about top 4. Those seem like the top 4 to me that you named there. 2nd and 10. Warren still in at quarterback, leading the second team offense for Michigan. Back in the pocket, throws complete again. Well, I can tell you right now, he's a way better thrower of the football than Alex Orji. It's not even close. I mean, you can say it's a small sample size. You can tell me it's the spring game. You can tell me whatever you want. I know for a fact Alex Orji struggles to sit in the pocket and throw the ball because Michigan's been complaining about it for 2 years. And he didn't look good throwing the ball in his first possession. They mostly went down the field on the ground. But this backup quarterback here can sling it. Which team have you been the most impressed by in the spring games? I haven't watched enough to really answer that question. First and 10 on the ground. Shoved out of bounds after a short gain. Michigan did a draft, so it's not what? It's not first team versus first team. I don't know what you mean, but that was the entire first team offense that had the ball first, and now this is the entire second team offense. I mean, Alex Orji is the starting QB. Donovan Edwards is the starting running back. Those were the starting wide receivers that were out there with Alex Orji. That was the starting offensive line that was out there with Alex Orji. And then this is all the second team, so I'm not sure what you're talking about there. Pass complete to number 18 again. Good for another first down. Warren has an arm despite not getting a lot of playing time in the last few seasons. Yeah, he looks like he throws the ball a lot better than Alex Orji. He doesn't have the athleticism or the running ability of Alex Orji, but third and 1 coming up now for Michigan. Close, but I think he got it. No, short of the first down, 4th and 1. 9 minutes to go in the second quarter. Michigan is really thin at wide receiver. They need to add a few through the portal, says Justin. Fourth and 1, offense stays on the field. Let's see what they do here. 2 wide receivers spread out to the bottom of the screen. Warren in a shotgun with a running back standing next to him. Snap. Handoff. Needed a yard, got a yard. Should be a first down. May 16th, there's a gameplay reveal trailer for the football game. Okay. Ryan Day is sobbing and eating ice cream in his bed. Dang, that's bad. That's real bad. Anyone with half a brain knows Ohio State wasn't playing at full power in their bowl game. I don't know why they changed their O-line and a practice team QB that didn't know the playbook. Yeah, every time Ohio State loses, it's some kind of excuse like that. They've never lost a game because the other team was better. It's always something. Somebody got hurt. Marvin Harrison took a nap. This quarterback didn't play. Whatever the case. They've never lost a game because the other team was better. Incomplete pass on 1st and 10. It was a good throw, just couldn't hang on. That's not an excuse, it's a fact. That's how Ohio State copes. Lou, the humidity was high that day. Yeah, I bet it was. Mizzou owns Ohio State. Dang. 2nd and 10. Inside the red zone on the 15. The first team offense has already gone down and scored. Second team offense out on the field now. Handoff. Makes a jump cut in the hole. Picks up 4 or 5 yards. 3rd down coming up now. I'm surprised Ohio State even kept it close versus Mizzou, says Nicholas Tylenol. Ohio State fans, this is what real football looks like. Yeah, at least they're tackling here. That Ohio State game was a fucking joke. An absolute joke. I can't believe Michigan has a coach named Wink Martindale. That's hilarious. Back to throw, 3rd and 5. Warren in the pocket, complete. But he's going to be short of the first. Oh, no, breaks a tackle. But then the rest of the defense catches up. And he's going to be well short of a first down. So another 4th down coming up here. Is Lou a Falcons fan? I don't have a favorite NFL team. The SEC most of the time owns Michigan too, says Paul Garner. I don't know about that. I don't know what Michigan's record is. I'd have to look it up. I don't know what Michigan's record is versus the SEC. I know what Ohio State's is, and it's abysmal. Ohio State is 2-13 all time in the postseason against the SEC. I don't know what Michigan is. I can tell you. I think Michigan might have a winning record versus the SEC, actually. Let's see. Michigan versus the SEC all time. Michigan is 15-11 all time against the SEC, 9-9 in bowl games. So that was fake news, Paul. That was fake news you were spreading in the comment section there about the SEC owning Michigan. Michigan is 15-11 against the SEC all time, 9-9 in the postseason. OSU has a winning overall record against current SEC teams. Yeah, counting wins against a team that wasn't in the SEC when you beat them is not how football works, buddy. It's just not how it works. When Southern Cal joins the Big Ten, everybody that's ever beat Southern Cal doesn't suddenly have a win against the Big Ten, dummy. That's just not how it works. When Oregon joins the Big Ten, Georgia doesn't get credit for a 60-point win against the Big Ten because of what they did to Oregon 2 years ago. That's not how it works. Sorry. I know Ohio State wants it to work that way so that they can pretend they have some wins against the SEC, but it doesn't work that way. Doesn't work that way. Sorry. Are you watching FSU's second spring game today? Their first spring game was the Orange Bowl. The Michigan team that lost to App State beat Florida in a bowl game, says Hogman. The issue with the SEC comparison is Michigan and Vandy played for years. Well, I hear what you're saying, but Ohio State has a losing record against South Carolina. They never beat them. They're like 0-2 or something. They're winless against South Carolina, Tennessee. It's not like Ohio State has just played Alabama every year. They've played bad SEC teams too and lost to them too. They just lost to Missouri, for Christ's sake. Early prediction for our Ohio State versus Oregon. Man, that's a tough one. If I had to pick right now, I would lean Oregon just because it's a home game for Oregon. But that's a tough game to pick. Nebraska is 17-8-1 against the SEC. Let's look. I have no idea. Yeah, 17-8-1 all time, 13-7 in bowl games. So soft they won the Natty and beat the SEC championship. Who? Michigan? I don't think anybody's calling Michigan soft, are they? Michigan's the opposite of soft. Why do Ohio State fans join Lose Live? I know they leave damn near suicidal. I love Ohio State fans. They're welcome here. Oregon wins. They're just playing Ohio State. Easy win. I don't know about an easy win. That'll be a great game. That'll be a great game. They are soft. I don't know who they is. Have Ohio State fans gone through the 7 stages of grief? They're stuck in the excuse phase permanently. Which I guess, according to the grief pyramid, would probably be the bargaining phase. I don't think there's actually an excuse phase in the grief pyramid. I think it's called bargaining. But they're in the bargaining, trying to convince themselves it didn't matter, trying to convince themselves they would have won if that would have happened, trying to convince themselves they would have won if it was played somewhere different. They're stuck in the bargaining phase. 3rd and 8 says Ohio State is soft. Imagine thinking Auburn is a tough place to play. It is. It is a tough place to play. Ohio State and Florida are both similar as far as most annoying fan bases. Dave's getting Bill Norton and what? I don't know what that means. The yellow team, which is what, Maize? I'm sorry, the Maize team settled for a field goal a few minutes ago. So 7-3 is the score. They better be glad they didn't face Georgia, and I hate Georgia. Nebraska lost to the Cox in a bowl game. Yes. Nebraska is 0-1 all time against South Carolina. Michigan beat Bama. Why would we be afraid of Georgia? Look what happened to USC after their bowl game loss to a group of 5 and then were preseason champions. Ohio State scored 3 points in their bowl game. Idiots on here think playing at Auburn ain't tough. Yeah, Auburn's one of the toughest places to play in the SEC. USC number 6 for no reason. What do you mean? Somebody ranked USC number 6? I don't understand what poll are you talking about? I don't understand what you mean. Georgia destroyed Michigan last time they played. Y'all lost to TCU and Georgia demolished them. There you go, Lou. Why would they be scared of Georgia? Who is that? I think there's too many different conversations going on in the chat section, and I can't keep up with them. I don't half the comments I'm reading from y'all don't understand what you're saying. Still 7-3, the score in the Michigan spring game. 2 minutes to go in what they're calling the first half, I guess. Georgia would have been a tougher matchup for Michigan, but when ifs and buts are candy and nuts, we'll all have a Merry Christmas. Yeah, none of that matters. Georgia lost the game they needed to win to have an opportunity to play Michigan, so it doesn't. Georgia should have beat Bama. I mean, other than that, there's no point in talking about it. Georgia didn't win the game they needed to win. Georgia didn't deserve to be in the playoffs. How hostile is Death Valley for away fans? I'm thinking about going to see Ole Miss play LSU. I think LSU at night is considered a pretty tough place to play. Is Edward streaming tonight? He says he is. Georgia almost lost to Auburn. Why would Michigan be scared? I can't tell if you're being serious or if you're trying to be an elementary troll or if you're just mentally fucking retarded. I can't tell which of those things is true with you, Nicholas Tylenol. You're saying some really dumb shit. That because Georgia barely beat Auburn, that would mean something for the Michigan game. I really don't understand that. Hey Lou, why are you not reading my comments? Says Floby. Hey, do you think Caleb Williams is mentally ready to be a starting QB in the NFL? He's got everything when it comes to leg, arm, escape artist like Patrick, but I question his mentality. I have no idea. I'm not a draft expert or an NFL expert. I would draft him first if I was an NFL team and I had the first overall pick and I needed a quarterback, that's who I would take. Hey, Lou, what team do you think Brock Bowers is going to go to? It seems like I heard people talking about the Chargers. I don't have an opinion on it. I don't study the draft and where people might go, but it seems like I've heard people talking about he might go to the Chargers, but I have no idea. I have no clue. 3rd and 28, Michigan just runs a give-up play there. Coming up just under 2 minutes to go now. Well, they're going to stop the clock at 2 minutes. So I guess this is the first game implementing the new timeout rule. You know, the NFL's had a 2-minute warning forever. College football is implementing that starting this season. They just announced that this past week. And the clock here has stopped with 2 minutes to go. In the first half. Maybe Auburn 4 is tough for SEC. What are you trying to do? Argue that Auburn isn't a tough place to play? Of course Auburn's a tough place to play. You sound like a fucking retard. Draft experts are on J.J. McCarthy's nuts, which proves they are inept. We watched him be average for 3 years. Yeah, I wouldn't draft J.J. McCarthy either. Who likely has an outside shot to win the SEC this year? What do you want a list of teams who have a chance to win the SEC? Georgia, Texas, Bama, Ole Miss, LSU. Tennessee. No, I don't think anybody besides that's winning it. Tennessee hasn't had a good QB since 98. No, they had a good quarterback 2 years ago. Big announcement. They are putting the biggest game of the weekend on their biggest game. Boy, some of y'all, I'm going to have to take like a 5-minute break from reading the comments section because this shit is getting so fucking retarded. It's giving me a headache. Yeah, at halftime, I'll just take a 5-minute break. I don't know if some of y'all know what's going on. I think this is the first punt of the game, though, here coming up with 2 minutes to go. 4th and 25. The punter is standing on his own 7-yard line. How dumb are people sometimes, Lou? Well, I want you to think about how dumb the average person is, right? The average person is pretty dumb. Wouldn't you agree? Well, then I want you to realize that what that means is that half the population is dumber than that. So, yeah. Fuck Disney. What did Disney do to you? Goddamn. What are you mad at what are you mad at? Donald Duck? What? You mad at Disney World? Are you mad at what? The ABC? What is it about Disney that hurts your feelings? Fuck Disney. Damn mad at Disney. A minute 53 to go. Second team offense with the ball in plus territory around the 40. Keep it on the ground. Spin move down close to the 35. They're running a hurry-up offense here. Is that Denegal at quarterback or O'Neagle? Who the hell is that? I don't know who this is. What's this guy's name? Don't know. 4 wide receivers, though. This looks like, I guess, a third-string quarterback now. It's the third quarterback, at least, that I've seen in for Michigan now. Donegal or Denegal, it looked like his name was. And the defense is going to call a timeout here with 1:23 to go in the first half. I guess this is the first half. It says, or second quarter, I guess. Who's softer, Ohio State or Texas with the horns down? Well, overall, Ohio State is softer, but one of the softest things in all of sports right now is the Texas people getting mad at the horns down. Orji, Warren, and Denegal are all competing equally for the job, says Landonic 4. Orji about to run through the Big Ten. Clemson fans are the most softest in America. I don't know about that. I know you're a South Carolina fan, so you hate everything Clemson, but I don't know if I would consider Clemson fans to be the softest fans in America. 2nd and 6. They're going to keep it on the ground and pick up about 3 or 4 yards. 3rd down coming up now. 1:19 to go. Buckeye fans are the softest, says MP. Thoughts on UJ potentially landing Jaden Rashada? We need another quarterback. I'm not high on Jaden Rashada. I don't think he's very good, and I don't think he'll ever be a very good college quarterback. But Georgia does need another quarterback. They got Carson Beck and Gunnar Stockton, but the third guy is hurt, Ryan Puglisi, and plus he's a true freshman on top of that. So they do need another scholarship quarterback. Now, it would be an emergency situation if he ever played. So, in that sense, I almost don't really care who we get. But I'm not going to brag about getting Jaden Rashada. He wasn't good at all last year, and I don't know that he'll ever be that good. Did you see Deion Sanders bashing his player that entered the transfer portal? Well, he trashed his daughter. Told his daughter she was stupid for entering the portal. 3rd and 3. Back to throw. Over the middle, complete. Inside the 25, dives forward close to the 20-yard line. Good for a first down. 1:13 to go. 7-3 is the score. The blue team up over the maize team. Colorado is in huge crisis right now. If they don't trick a lot of players into transferring there, they are going to be in big trouble because they've lost more players than any other team in the country during this transfer portal window. They've lost at least 16. It may be higher than that now, but as of yesterday, they had lost 16 players in this transfer portal window. And if they can't trick some players across the country into transferring there to backfill that, they are going to be in trouble. I mean, I think they're getting in trouble either way. I think Shedeur Sanders is really good. I think Travis Hunter is really good. I think it's a massive drop-off after that, though. I still think they're going to have some of the same problems along the offensive line and defensive line. I don't think they're going to be able to run the ball. And injuries in the second half of the season are going to cripple them. I think it's going to be similar to what we saw last year with a few more wins. I do think they'll be a little bit better overall than they were last year, and I think they have an easier schedule this year being out of the Pac-12 and into the Big 12. But I don't think they're going to be a great team, and I think they're going to be worse in the second half of the season than they are in the first half of the season. 1st and 15, under a minute to go. They're running the hurry-up offense here in the red zone at the 25-yard line. Shotgun with 4 wide. Snap, back to throw. Looking, scrambles out to his left. Gonna have to run it, and he ducks out of bounds. Might have gained a yard or two, that's it. Can't spell fentanyl without T-E-N-N. Yeah, you can. Did you see a video circling around of FSU's tackling drills? No, I didn't. Beck gonna wreck some fools this year, says Floby. I think he'll have a good year. He should have 4,000 yards passing. 2nd and 13 for Michigan, just inside the 25. Back to throw again, under pressure, and he's going to be sacked. Not really, but you know how they blow the whistle if you get anywhere near the quarterback. Flag down, too, with 30 seconds to go. But it's going to be, either way, it's going to be 3rd and a mile here for Michigan with 30 seconds to go in the half. So the quarterback gets a receiver, his helmet this year, too? So the quarterback gets a receiver. Oh, yeah. And they can use iPads on the sideline, and there's a 2-minute warning. Those were the 3 main things, the 3 new rules. Denegal is off the list, says Dave. Scratch him off, huh? I liked the second guy. The second guy looked good to me. I think Alex Orji is going to play. Start, not, whatever, I don't know. But I think he's going to play a lot. Even if he doesn't start, I think he'll play in, like, red zone situations or maybe some short yardage situations because he's really good with his legs. But that second quarterback for Michigan has looked like the best just quarterback to me. Now, here's a good throw down to a wide-open wide receiver, busted coverage or a hole in the zone or something there, just a simple corner route. But he was wide open. It's going to be 1st and goal. That's about a 30-yard gain all the way down to the 6-yard line. 20 seconds to go, and the clock is ticking. And they're going to spike the ball to stop the clock with 18 seconds to go. It'll be 2nd and goal. Paul says, Uncle Lou, I'm still the champion smack talker. You can't still be the champion smack talker because you were never the champion smack talker to start with. So it would be impossible for you to still be the champion when you never were the champion to begin with. Dave says he might have a cannon, but the receiver had to wait. Davis Warren is 33 years old. Is that the second quarterback that I was talking about? Is he? Come on, he can't really be 33. Is he one of these like 6-year seniors? Is that what you mean? So he's probably like 23 or 24. Landon Kramer says, you're soft. I don't know who he's talking to. I know he's not talking to me. Colorado still beat Nebraska and TCU. They held it close with Arizona and Oregon State. Second-year coaches usually do better, and they have a great QB. Colorado should get 6 to 7 wins. Michigan is the only undefeated champion I know of, says Nicholas Tylenol. Yeah, I knew you were fucking retarded, Nicholas. I knew it. I knew you were fucking retarded. I knew you didn't know very much. So I appreciate you confirming that suspicion for me. That you know very little, if anything at all. Here comes a field goal attempt with 2 seconds to go. 3rd and goal. This is going to be a 30-yarder from just inside the hash. Well, 3-4 yards inside the hash. Left-footed kicker. No, pushed it. No good. No good. So they had made their first field goal attempt. They missed the second one in your halftime score. The blue team 7, the maize team 3. Is it 1 o'clock yet? Boy, these spring games are dry, man. Ugh. At least at 1 o'clock we got some NBA playoffs, and I bet on that one, didn't I? Yes, I did. I did. So I'll probably have to stand up and do the whole yelling and screaming at the TV thing. 1 o'clock, Orlando Magic versus the Cleveland Cavaliers. So we're going to switch over to the NBA at 1 o'clock. And I've got the Magic +5. I like Cleveland. I do. It looked like they were one of the best teams in the league there for a while, a couple of months ago, but I don't know. I'm going to take the Magic +5 in this one today. I have to. Who are you most looking forward to watch play in the SEC this coming season, Texas or Oklahoma? Well, because Georgia plays Texas, I guess it matters more to me how Texas looks. But I mean, I watch every SEC team and almost every team in the country, the major teams anyway. Definitely all the ranked teams, top 10 teams, big programs or whatever. So I don't pick and choose. I mean, I watch about 15 games every Saturday. Lou, start streaming the NHL playoffs. The NFL, the NHL playoffs are really good. I don't know. I'm only going to stream the NHL playoffs if I happen to be betting on it. That's it. I'm not streaming basketball. I'm not streaming anything other than college football unless I'm gambling on it, including the NHL, including the NBA, Major League Baseball, any of that. And I haven't started betting on hockey yet. But if I bet on a hockey game, I'll consider streaming it. One helmet is off back there. No, 2 are. Actually, 3 are. 3. 1, 2, 3. So you were wrong per usual, Paul. Do you bet on Major League Baseball? Yeah, I'm on the Cubs and the Phillies today. Hey, Lou, is there a chance Nussmeier wins Heisman? No, there's not. No. And then you say I'm being serious. Yeah, I'm being serious too. No. If Texas played at Auburn, they wouldn't have any trouble, says Nicholas Tylenol. Yeah, Texas is way better than Auburn. Texas is way better than Auburn right now. When are you going to Vegas again? May 25th? May 25th, I think, is the day. Well, whatever Saturday is around that. Let me see. When am I going to Vegas again? Yeah, I leave May 25th. May 25th. Any chance Nico wins the high? I ought to time you out. I guess every away game Georgia struggles in is just a tough place to play, says Nicholas Tylenol. No. Missouri, for example, is not a tough place to play, and we struggled there 2 years ago. But, yeah, Auburn is a tough place to play, though. You're just mentally retarded. You're probably on a breathing machine. If you weren't, you'd be dead, because I don't think you're smart enough to remember to breathe on your own. Lou, did you know Nick Saban was our family's next door neighbor when he coached back at Michigan State? No, I did not know that. Um, I'm kind of surprised you even, like, how would I have known that? No, I had no idea of that. Hey, Lou, you going to bet on the Conor McGregor versus Michael Chandler fight June 29th? I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. If I do, I'll probably, well, no, I have no idea. NASCAR at Talladega, big weekend for them Gumps coming up. Yeah, I don't do the NASCAR thing. Don't know anything about it. Bama's new coach already has a yeast infection. Damn. Well, thoughts and thoughts. I don't know. Thoughts and thoughts. All right. What channel is this silly ass NBA game coming on? Let's see. Uh, don't tell me it's not on TV. That would just be retarded. It's got to be on TV. Michigan spring game. Memphis Showboats versus St. Louis Battlehawks. Yeah, no. Soccer game on CBS. Is it on TNT? It's on ESPN. All right. Orlando Magic and Cleveland Cavs getting ready to get underway. Orlando Magic +5. Get your bets in now. Lock it in. It's not the lock of the day, but it's the 1 p.m. lock. It's your early day 1 p.m. Lock. The real lock is bet the Chicago Cubs today. That's the real lock. Bet the Cubs today. You can thank me later. Yep. Yep. But Orlando Magic and Cleveland Cavs getting ready to get underway here. Halftime of the Michigan spring game. I'm gonna take like a 5-minute break. I'll be right back. Let's put something up on the screen that says that too. Wouldn't that be something? Let me see if you have There you go. There you go, dummy. I'll be right back. Yep. 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 All right. Let's see. Where's the what you call it? Where's the what you call? Right there's the what you call. Let's see. I'm going to put all this on the screen so y'all control me. Magic +5. What else? Here you go. This is so y'all control me. Knicks -3. Phillies -1.5. And I have 2 bets on the Cubs. I've got Cubs -2 and Cubs -1.5. So I'm sure that will confuse some people, but I have 2 different bets on that. There you go. Pay Lou. There you go. Pay me, dummy. All right, waiting on the NBA game to start. Grandson of Lloyd Carr spurns Michigan for Notre Dame. Went to the local Saline High School, too. Just terrible. We are Lou's Gambling Support Club. Yeah, I appreciate that. Appreciate that. We should win today. I got my lucky pants on. So we should win today. What it do, Lou? Jonah, you're not new here. You know what it do. It do what it do. It do what it do. Octavian makes stupid people look like Elon Musk. Damn. Damn. Y'all hard on old Octavian, ain't you? Ari Maida says, I got high blood pressure. Well, I can't help you there. Watching me will lower your cholesterol, get you off of that Lipitor you're taking, which is killing you from the inside out, but you're on your own with the blood pressure. My blood pressure's through the roof, buddy. Eat Chew Review says, let's go Magic. Yeah, I got the Magic +5. I mean, I don't have a favorite team in the NBA. I don't give a shit about the NBA. I just bet the game. So since I bet it, I guess I'll be pulling for the Magic to keep it close. They're 5-point underdogs. Octavian makes Tennessee fans make sense. Oh, damn Octavian, boy. This is the longest commercial I think I might have ever seen here before the start of the NBA game. MJ is the GOAT. Yeah, Michael Jordan is the greatest basketball player of all time. Lou, are you making a Big Ten coaches ranking video? Yep, this coming week. Big Ten and Big 12. I did the ACC and the SEC this week. Big Ten and Big 12 this coming week. Deion stands are the worst. Yeah, the thing that makes them so bad is they don't know anything about college football because they aren't college football fans. They don't care about Colorado or any college team at all. They can't tell you anything about college football in general. They're just huge Deion dingleberries dangling down from his nutsack. Larry Bird is the best white basketball player of all time, says Huffer Billy Paul. I don't think that's... Is that debatable even? I don't know. There's a few other all-time great white boys in the NBA. Yeah, some of the new European guys are really good. I don't know if any of them are as good as Larry Bird, but some of the new European guys are really good. Steve Nash was good, and then you go way back in time. You got like Pistol Pete was good. Colorado not winning the Big 12. Yeah, I think that's a pretty safe assumption there. Does Lou have an NBA team? No, the only team I'm a fan of in any sport at all is Georgia in college football. That's it. I don't have a favorite college basketball team. I don't have a favorite college baseball team. I don't have a favorite NFL, NBA, Major League Baseball. I'm only a fan of one team, and that's Georgia football. I could give a shit less about Georgia basketball or baseball. I didn't go to the University of Georgia. I'm not a fan of the University of Georgia. I'm a fan of Georgia football. Colorado at least makes it to the playoffs. Man, come on. Come on. Put your money up, man. I'll bet you any amount of money right now. I'll give you 2-1 on your money. I'll give you 2-1 on your money right now that Colorado does not make the playoffs. You put up $100, I'll put up $200. You name the amount. Come on, man. Stop it. Y'all want me to make a bunch of dumb bets today? Who else wants to make dumb? I'm taking bets today. Here. I'll even get my notebook out and write them all down. Here we go. Hadn't done this yet this year. I usually do this a couple of times every off season. We might as well do it today since there seems to be some real dumbasses in the comment section who are allergic to money. 2024 bets. All right, I'm ready to write them down. Who wants to make bets with Uncle Lou? NBA game getting ready to start finally. Orlando Magic on the road at the Cleveland Cavs. Cleveland is a 5-point favorite. I've got Orlando +5. Anyone else remember Matt from Gainesville? I do. I definitely remember Matt from Gainesville. He ended up being a pretty nice guy, but yeah, he came out swinging and got knocked the fuck out in the early rounds, but turns out he was a pretty nice guy. You going to lay me 2-1 on Tennessee making the playoffs? No. I just named Tennessee as a team that has a chance to win the SEC. Why would I lay 2-1 on them making the playoffs? I'll bet you even money on them making the playoffs. I bet you even money that they don't. Who wins more, Florida or Colorado? Colorado. Now, I don't think Colorado would beat Florida, but I think Colorado will win more games than Florida. All right, the opening tip. Here we go. Come on, ref. And the Cavs control the opening tip. Did that guy ever pay you? I think his name was Peanut. No. Peanut was the last person that will ever stiff me on a bet. It'll never happen again. 3-pointer to open things up for Cleveland. First shot of the game from three-point land goes down. Cleveland 3, Orlando 0. The Nuggets are going to slam the Lakers. Yeah, I like the Nuggets tonight, too. I haven't bet that game yet, but I like the Nuggets. Turnover now by the Magic. Cleveland wants to run. Three-point land again. Pulls up. Drains it. Wow. Back-to-back threes to open up the game for Cleveland. 6-0 is the score. Still first minute of the game. Why can't I hear the commentators? Turn your TV up. If you can't hear the commentators, turn your TV up. Now, that should have been a foul. They didn't call it on Cleveland. Tripped the man up there. Down low this time for Cleveland into paint right under the basket. Good defense, though, by the Magic. Forces a turnover. Still 6-0 Cleveland up. I've got the Cleveland Cavs and Nuggets. Six to 2 now your score. Cleveland on top. Orlando finally scores. LeBron James will never be MJ. Yeah, he'll always be LeBron James. That's a fact. He'll always be LeBron James. 6-2 with 10.5 minutes to go in the first quarter. Game just underway here. NBA playoffs round 1. Three-pointer for the Magic. No good. Rims out. Still 6-2. I was just a kid when MJ played, says Ari Maida. No commentators. ESPN needs to fix the broadcast. Oh, ESPN just said there's a technical difficulty. Yeah, I don't know. I watch the games on mute, so I don't need the commentators to tell me what's going on. That's a pretty obvious foul there on Cleveland. That's why Lou told me to turn it up. Stupid ESPN. Has Slimy Hot Boy called in yet regarding the Ohio State hype this off? I haven't heard from Slimy Hot Boy since last offseason. He called in last offseason and then disappeared off the face of the earth. Haven't heard from him or seen him since. You could kind of say that Steph, Curry, and LeBron are the same in the sense, period. I'm not reading any more of that. Retype that and get rid of all those commas and periods that don't belong. Or I can't read that. It gave me glaucoma trying to read that. 8-4, Cleveland up over Orlando. 9:40 to go in the first quarter. I've got Orlando +5 in this one, so got to root for the Magic here. Missed shot by Cleveland. Orlando grabs the rebound. Down low. Oh, wow. Missed a dunk. But they're going to get Cleveland with a foul. I wish there was a way to watch games without announcers. There is. See this? This is called a remote. If you find yours, it'll have a volume button up and down. And then also somewhere on there, there will be what's called a mute button. It might say mute, or it might have like this one has a picture of a speaker with an X next to it. If you press that, it turns off the volume on your TV, and then magically you don't have to hear the commentators. But you have to have that's a brand new feature they just came out with. So you have to have bought a TV within the last 2 days to have that. They call that a mute function. You have to have an 8K TV for that. It's called mute. 9 minutes to go in the first quarter. Wow. Miracle 3 by Cleveland. 11-6. They're up by 5 over Orlando. Pass down low, no good. Orlando gets the rebound, and it's going to be out of bounds off Orlando. Cleveland ball. 8:40 to go. Cleveland with a 5-point lead. Uncle Lou, I'm thinking about taking my nephews to Jalen Milroe camp in July. Good thing or bad? I would never say it's a bad idea to take kids to a football camp, regardless of who's running the camp. I mean, I might not think Jalen Milroe is a great college quarterback, but I would never tell somebody not to take their kid or their nephew or anybody else to a football camp. I'm sure that would be a great experience for them. Listening to Lou is much better than listening to the TV commentator, says Hogman. It's a 7-point lead for Cleveland now. Orlando having a hard time early on here. 3-pointer for Cleveland. Nothing but net. They are killing it from three-point land. It's now a 10-point lead with 8 minutes to go in the first quarter. Okay, kids, don't smoke crack. Yeah, don't smoke crack. That's not good. That's not good. Not a good idea. Orlando. Good for 2. 8-point lead, and Orlando's on the line here. No good on the free throw. So an 8-point game here, just under 8 minutes to go. So, yeah, LeBron and Steph Curry are the same. Both won 4 rings in 8 years. The only difference is Steph. It only took him a couple tries to lose to get those 4 rings. LeBron Moss 6 times. Are you typing with your toes? What are you doing? Don't type out any more paragraphs or thesis statements in the comment section, Jarrett. Keep any comment you make needs to be 10 words or less. Just get to the fucking point. What are you saying? Are you saying that Steph Curry is better than LeBron? Then just type that. Just type Steph Curry better than LeBron and leave it alone. The more you try to type, the more you fuck it up, man. It's giving me a headache. I'm not reading any more comments from you that have more than 10 words in it. So don't even waste your time typing them out. Get to the point. What do you do? We don't need some sort of, paragraph long explanation from you. Just get to the point. You think Steph Curry's better than LeBron? Is that what you're saying? If that's what you're saying, you're wrong. It's just not true. The only reason the Cavs are winning right now is because they have more points. Yeah. LeBron or Jordan? I'll take MJ. Finkel is Einhorn. Einhorn is Finkel. Yeah, that's true. That's true. No, Steph is more successful than LeBron. Okay. Steph is better than everyone in throwing a ball into a hole from long range. He is deadly from half court. That's for sure. He hit 3-pointers from the next zip code. Steph Curry is better than LeBron. Yeah, I disagree. I think if you're making some kind of all-time basketball players list, LeBron would be higher than Steph Curry. What helmet is missing on the wall? There's 3 of them. There's Kansas, Rutgers, and Florida. Sorry, Lou, speech text. Well, stop doing it. Don't do it anymore. Ever again. If you're driving or something, then just don't comment. No more speech text because it's not working. Let the big dog eat. I sent your wife a text this morning. Dang. Damn. That's cold-blooded, Hog, man. That's cold-blooded. Man told him he'd been texting his wife. Hoghead, leave that man's wife alone. What are you doing? What's the matter with you? Damn. Hoghead with the kill shot right out the gate. Talking about I text your wife this morning. Damn. Oh, boy. Who do you like, Luka Doncic? Yeah, I mean, I don't not like him. Nine-point lead for Cleveland with 7:15 to go in the first quarter. I'm looking like a 5-star dummy right now. I've got Orlando +5. I need them to get their shit together. My top 5 is MJ, Kobe, Jabbar, LeBron, and Bird, says Texas Rocks. No Shaq in there, huh? Oh, ball gets stuck wedged between the rim and the backboard. What do they do when that happens? Jump ball or what is it? What's the call when the ball gets wedged between the rim and the backboard? How do they, I guess I can just watch and see. What do they do? Is that a jump ball? Or do they give it to the other team automatically? What do they do? Nope, jump ball. All right, so here we go. Jump ball at half court with 7:05 to go, in Cleveland on top 19-10. Orlando wins the tip. They've got possession with 7 minutes to go. Down low, nice pass. Good for two. Cuts the lead to 7, 19-12. Cleveland now with the ball. Bad pass, out of bounds, and they're going to turn it over. Orlando with the ball and a chance to cut into this lead here. Passing the ball all over the place here. The Magic is 7 seconds on the shot clock. Long three-pointer from Steph Curry land. No good, but they get the rebound. Kick it back out. And now it's stolen by Cleveland. And now, oh, Jesus, circus fucking Harlem Globetrotter fucking dog shit results in a two-pointer for Cleveland. Orlando answers with a 3, though. 6-point lead. Well, we got something going on here. I might have to stand the fuck up. I'm not standing up. I don't know why I just said that. I'm not doing that shit. I'll stand up in the fourth quarter, maybe. Cleveland misses a three-pointer that time, so they were red hot from three-point land to start the game, but they've cooled off a little now. 6-point lead for the Cavs, though. The Magic kick it out to three-point land. Dribble, dribble, dribble. Round the free throw line. Looking for help. Dishes it to the corner for 3. No good off the back of the iron. Rebounded by the Cavs. Still a 6-point game. Cleveland 21, Orlando 15. I'm not fucking standing up. That's dumb. Don't do that, Lou. I'll stand up in fourth quarter. Cleveland with a floater. Good. 23-15. 8-point lead now. Coming up on 5 minutes to go in the first quarter. I'm a 5-star dummy. I've got Orlando +5. I don't know what the fuck I was thinking. Oh, shit! Get out of his way! Holy moly! Highlight reel slam dunk there. Makes it a 6-point game again. Cleveland now with the ball. Off his foot and another turnover. Down low. That had to be a travel. No. Boy, these Euro steps, you get about 8 or 9, don't you? Wow, I thought that was a travel. Instead, it's going to be a foul on Cleveland. And Orlando will be shooting free throws here with 4:50 to go in the first quarter. They're down 6. MJ, Kobe, Russell, Bird, Magic, Kareem, Shaq, Duncan, Chamberlain, top 10 of all-time NBA players. That's a good list. Don't know if it's right, but that's a good list. There's nothing obviously stupid about that list. And coming from you, Jarrett, I just think I needed to give you credit for that. Magic, the greatest dishing out passes, and I'm the greatest dishing out smack ass whippings. Paul, if you were nearly as great as talking shit as you thought you were, you wouldn't have to tell people about it all the time. It's like people who run around calling themselves an alpha male. Guess what? They ain't. Or they wouldn't have to tell people all the time. People would just know. If you were some kind of all-world trash talker, you wouldn't have to tell people about it all the time. They would just know. But they don't know. You know why? You're not. That's why. Now it's a 4-point lead. So I might be a genius. Now I look like a genius. Yep. Cleveland pulls up, jumper for 2, and it goes back to a 6-point lead, 25-19, 4.5 minutes to go in the first. Orlando for 3, no good off the back of the iron, rebounded by the Cavs. Spin move at half court. Uh-oh. Whoa, uh-oh, watch out. Bang! Slams it home. Defense disappeared for the Magic there. Now it's an 8-point lead for the Cavs. Coming up on 4 minutes to go now. Opening game of the NBA playoffs. We've had a couple of play-in games over the last few days, but this is the first official playoff game. For 3, again, no good from the exact same spot for the Magic, and clanks it off the iron again. 27-19 with 3:50 to go. Long three for Cleveland off the front of the rim. No good. Rebounded by Orlando. So a couple of missed threes back-to-back here by each team. The Magic with the ball down 8. 3.5 to go in the first quarter. Spin move, turnaround jumper. No good off the front of the rim. Rebounded by Cleveland. Still 27-19. Hashtag pay Lou. I want to bet $20 on UTSA to make the college football playoffs. Buddy, I'll pay you 5-1. I'll pay you 5-1 on your money there, dummy. Are you allergic to money, or what's the deal there? Are you allergic to money, or are you special needs? What's the deal before we make this bet? I mean, if you're special needs, that's fine. I'll still make the bet. I treat everybody the same around here. I just want to know what I'm dealing with. But just send the money there, PayPal or Cash App. I don't do bets on the honor system. You got to send the money. I write it down in the book. If you win, I send you whatever I owe you. If you lose, then I just keep the money you sent me. It's that simple. So there you go. Get somebody to show you how to work that Cash App. Sent, yeah, right. Yep. I'm guessing that money never gets sent. That'd be a pretty good guess. About 90% of the people who run their mouth in the comment section about making bets don't have a dime to their name, and they end up never making the bet. Let's see if that's what happened here. Yeah, there's nothing sent. So, again, no surprise. No surprise there. Generally, people that are that fucking retarded don't have access to a bank card anyway. Commercial break in the basketball game. I got a dime because I don't gamble. UJ, Texas, Ole Miss, and Bama are locks for the playoffs next year. You think 4 SEC teams are getting in the playoffs? No. Stop it. Stop. Get a hold of yourself. Get a hold of yourself, son. Stop. I don't see that happening. I don't see 4 SEC teams getting in. Commercial break in the game. Lou mentioned bets and all the retards come out of the woodwork, says Kane. More UJ, Texas, and Bama or Ole Miss? What? This year, college football is going to be off the chain. Uncle Lou, what are you doing for dinner? The plan was we were going to go to, you know, the chicken nachos I talk about all the time that I get during football season. We were going to go there and get chicken nachos. I guess that's still what we're doing. As far as I know, that is what we're doing. Check now. Internet slow. Yeah, I'll check in a little bit. All right, game back on. Cleveland and Orlando. I'm on Orlando +5. The Pay-Lou movement needs a winner. The Pay-Lou movement needs a winner. Yeah. $5-1 on you. Oh my God, the UTSA guy actually sent the money. Hey man, you do hate money, don't you? All right, I'm writing this down. I'm not going to say your name, but I got your name on here and your PayPal address. And you say UTSA is making the playoffs. All right. Good luck, sir. I mean, some group of 5 team is making it. One, at least one. So, good luck. Happy for the UTSA guy. What the fuck is that dog shit at? They're the fucking road runners. Goddamn road runners. UTSA. How in the hell? That's UTSA, right? I feel like an idiot if it's not. I think that's UTSA. I'm pretty sure. Let's see. It's a 7-point game. Cleveland up 31-24 over Orlando. Coming up on 2 minutes to go. 2 minutes to go. Michigan running back coach is a spy for Ohio State. Dang. Cleveland with a fall away jumper. No good. Fight for the ball. Cleveland gets it. They shoot a 3, no good. And now Orlando with the rebound. They're down 7, 1:30 to go. Drive the lane. Ugly looking shot, no good. That was the widest looking shot I've ever seen. Jesus Christ. That was the widest looking shot I've ever seen in an NBA game. That guy didn't know what he was doing. Got all the way down there and then didn't know what to do with the ball. Cleveland from the corner for 3. No good off the iron. Rebounded by the Magic. Still a 7-point game, 31-24. Coming up on a minute to go now in the first quarter. Hoverbilly Paul says, hit the thumbs up. That's a good idea. Y'all hit the thumbs up if you hadn't already. That is a big help. Long 3. In and out. No good. Still a 7-point game. Under a minute to go now in the first quarter. 31-24. Cavs up over the Magic. Not sure how that wasn't a foul on somebody, but I guess it wasn't. Now they're going to get the Magic for a foul underneath. That was a makeup call for not calling the foul a minute ago, is what that is. I'm doing smoked brisket on the pellet grill with pasta, salad, and something else. That's good, I think. .49 seconds to go. Still the 7-point lead for the Cavs at 31-24. They're inbounding the ball. 12 seconds on the shot clock. Another foul. This one's going to be on. Is this on Orlando again? Yeah. Oh, back. They're getting loud out there. I don't know. I'm trying to work in here. Keep it down. I'm trying to work in here. Ah! How you doing? I'm good. Okay, good. No, I was just telling the chat I'm working in here. Yeah. So, and hard at work. Hard at work? Yeah. So. Tough being Uncle Lou. Yeah. 33-24. It's now a 9-point game. Magic does have the ball. 30 seconds to go in the first quarter. They drive the lane, and it's going to be blocked out of bounds. The Magic will keep possession. 10 seconds on the shot clock. 31 seconds to go in the first quarter. Second string just scored for Michigan. That's amazing. Up and in. Good. Back to a 7-point lead. 26-33. 4 seconds difference between the game clock and the shot clock. Cleveland with the ball. Kicks it out to the corner for 3. No good. Cleveland rebounds. No good again. Magic with the ball. 4 seconds. 3, 2, Drives the lane, dishes it out for 3. No good. Into the first quarter. Cleveland 33, Orlando 26. A 7-point lead for the home team. I love Uncle Lou's sense of humor, says Michael Sprague. Thank you, Michael Sprague. Lou might be right. Warren just threw a 40-yard shot to the end zone for a touchdown. I mean, look, I'm not an expert on Michigan's quarterbacks. I saw Orji play like mop-up duty in spot situations for Michigan last year, and I saw Warren play for 30 minutes earlier today. But it's pretty clear to me he throws the ball better than Orji. Orji has the big upside of being able to run around, and as far as I know, Warren doesn't have that. But you don't have to watch them throw 100 passes to tell that the other guy throws the ball better than Orji. For not knowing much about basketball, Lou calls the game pretty good. I really don't know that much about basketball. I really don't. I don't at all, really. I mean, I basically know all the rules, charging, blocking, all that kind of shit. But I don't know that much about basketball. I really don't. Don't ask me to explain the difference between the bonus and the double bonus. Don't ask me to do that. I don't fucking know. As a team, I think, this is what I think. You can tell me if I'm wrong. I think as a team, once you commit so many fouls, that puts the other team in the bonus. Then if you commit like a couple more fouls, that puts them in the double bonus. But I don't know the number. Like, I don't know how many fouls puts a team in the bonus and then how many puts them in the double bonus. I know when you get the bonus, you're shooting 1 and 1. And then in the double bonus, you're shooting 2 no matter what. But, like, I don't know what puts you into the bonus or what puts you in, how many fouls puts you into the bonus or the double bonus. I'm also not 100% sure how many fouls you have to foul out of the game. Is it 5? Is it 5 fouls and you foul out of the game? I don't know that much about basketball. I really don't. But I'm gambling my hard-earned money on it, though, because I'm an idiot. So, yeah. Oh, boy. I'm down bad, ain't I? Down bad. I'm down real bad. 5 in college, 6 in the NBA. Okay. 6 to foul out. Okay. I mean, I'm on here to talk college football, but since the basketball game is on, I'm watching it. But we're mostly talking college football in here. Y'all know the deal. All right, since it's the end of the first quarter, I'm going to take a quick break again. And the lady just got home from work. She had to go cut some hair this morning. She's a haircut lady type person. I'll be back in just a minute, though. fold some clothes or something. Talking to the dog. Listen, look here, listen here. All right, second quarter is underway. No score yet in the second quarter. Still a 7-point lead for the Cavs, 33-26. Bootyology. Yeah, I can answer all your questions on that. No doubt about it. Coming up on 10 minutes to go until halftime, 33-26. Orlando has possession. Come on, Orlando. It's good. Layup for the Magic cuts the lead to 5. Come on, Paylou. I've got Magic plus 5. Come on, Orlando. Cleveland down low. Jump hook. Good. Back to a 7-point lead. 9:44 to go in the second quarter. Michigan tight end took a nasty hit. Is he all right? He's not hurt, is he? That's the worst thing you in spring game you don't want to see. That's the last thing you want to see in any spring. It wasn't any game ever, period. But particularly something like this that technically doesn't count, you know. You don't want to see any injuries at all, so hopefully he's all right. A technical was called on somebody. On Orlando, I think. Or was it on Cleveland? Who'd they call the technical? They called a technical on somebody. Now, of course, they're going to have a 5-minute meeting now. This is playoff basketball. Let them go. For you younger folk, the entire basketball season used to be this way. Now, these people don't even try anymore until the playoffs. That's it. The regular season in the NBA, the players don't try. The stars sit out half the games, and when they do play, no one tries. No one plays any defense at all in the regular season. But they play in the postseason. But back when I was coming up, because I did watch basketball in the 90s like everybody else did. That was the heyday. But they played like this every single game of the season back in the 90s. Now they only play this way in the playoffs. 6-point lead for Cleveland, 35-29, just under 9.5 to go till halftime. Cleveland, pull-up jumper, no good off the back of the rim, rebounded by Orlando. Brew McCoy injury was insane to watch. Yeah, that was a bad one. That was a bad one. But, you know, he's back with the Vols again this year, and I don't think he played in the spring game. Let's see, Big Orange Vol. I know there's several Tennessee fans in here. Brew McCoy, I don't think played in the spring game. Am I wrong? But he should be ready to go by the start of the season, I would think. That injury happened in the middle, about midway through the season last year. And I know he's back with the team this year, and I think he'll be good to go by the start of the season. 90s NBA was incredible all season long. Yeah, it was. It was. And the Bulls lost 5 fucking games all year. So that's the greatest team ever. So, and that's not up for any debate at all, period. They went like, 77-5 or something like that? Orji struggling in a backup QB about to take his job. Yeah, that guy looked good in the first. I watched all of the first half. If you tuned in late, we watched the first half of the Michigan spring game, and the number 2 QB to me looked like at least when it comes to just throwing the ball, he's miles ahead of Orji. Now Orji is very athletic and can run around, and we'll see what Michigan wants to do. But the other guy was a much better just passer of the football. As a UM fan, Orji lost the battle for now. As a Michigan fan, he says. Yeah. Closest team to that was the Warriors a few years ago. Bulls win 72-10. Golden State broke the record 73-9. Yeah, but when the Bulls went 72-10, everybody played every game and tried in every game. When the Warriors did it, nobody tried. and the Stars only played in half the games. So what the Bulls did was way more impressive. 90s basketball and 80s boxing. Yeah, but even into the 90s, boxing was still pretty good. Up through really the mid to late 90s. I mean, the late 90s, the mid to late 90s, that was the end of the Evander Holyfield, Mike Tyson fights. That was really it for boxing. Those Evander Holyfield, Mike Tyson fights, that was it. It was been downhill really in boxing since then. Bulls won the championship. The Warriors choked the 3-1 lead to Cleveland. Yeah, they playing rough out here in this one. We're probably going to see some more technical fouls in this one. Tyson was never the same after prison. Yeah, that's true. That's true. There's a timeout on the floor while they're reviewing something here. It's a 6-point lead for Cleveland, 37-31 with 8:19 to go in the second quarter. Ali, Frazier, and Foreman were the peak of boxing. I wasn't around for that. But I was all in on the Tyson hype all throughout the 90s. Here they go with more technicals and taunting penalties and all kinds of dumb shit here. Referee is getting way, way, way too involved in this one. In his prime, Tyson would beat anybody. Tyson's the most dangerous human being in my lifetime. I can't speak to maybe what some other people used to have looked like or done before I was around or whatever, but Tyson in his prime was an animal, and it's an absolute animal. Lou, are you a Pepsi or a Coke? I don't drink Pepsi at all. I don't like the taste of Pepsi. It's fun now. As far as what I'm drinking right now, this is Diet Mountain Dew. I've been trying to stop drinking sugary soda. I've been trying to switch to diet. I haven't bought regular Coke. What I drink is Diet Dr. Pepper and Diet Mountain Dew. That's what I drink now. I do still drink sweet tea, but I do half and half. I do half sweet tea, half water. And it's not like I don't ever drink Coke anymore. If I go out to eat, sometimes I'll order a Coke still. Because I don't like Diet Coke. I don't like the taste of Diet Coke. But I do like Diet Mountain Dew and Diet Dr. Pepper. And I've been trying to drink less sugar. You drink a ton of unsweet tea. I can't drink straight unsweet tea. I can drink like half and half, sweet, half sweet, half unsweet, but I can't just drink a glass of sweet tea or unsweet tea. I don't like to taste. 7-point lead for Cleveland, and they've got the ball down in the paint. Up and in, it's good. A 9-point lead. I think this might be the biggest lead of the game here. No, they were up by 10 earlier in the first quarter. 16-6, I think. But getting close to their biggest lead of the game here. They're up 9. Orlando with the ball, 40-31. They're down. From the corner for 3, no good. Cleveland with the rebound. For 3, air ball, not good at all. Rush that shot. Magic now with the ball in the paint, and it's going to be a foul on Cleveland. Orlando will be shooting 2. Coke Zero is not bad. I'll have to try that. I'll have to try the Coke Zero. Unsweet tea is fine as long as I got some lemon in it. You know, I might could do that too because I do like lemon in my sweet tea. Maybe I could try the unsweet tea with a couple of lemons in it. Maybe I might could do that. Diet Coke is nasty. Yeah, I just don't like the taste of Diet Coke. It's just, it is what it is. If I'm gonna drink diet, it's got to be Diet Mountain Dew or Diet Dr Pepper. So this is Diet Mountain Dew I'm drinking right now. But I've got some Diet Dr Pepper in there too. Lou, don't forget to watch Deadwood. I'm not watching Deadwood. You dummies had me watching that stupid shit-kicking show, whatever it was called, and it was fucking terrible. All the shit kickers were running around the internet talking about how great that show was. It was fucking dried up. It was a fucking ragweed. It was no good. So I'm not watching any more of those type shows. I'm not doing it. What was that show y'all had me watching? That shit was terrible. 7-point lead for Cleveland, and they've got the ball. Nice pass. Couldn't convert, no good, but Cleveland gets the rebound. Knocked away by Orlando. Back to Cleveland for 3, no good, and Orlando grabs the rebound. Yeah, Yellowstone. Boy, that shit was terrible. A lot of people lied about Yellowstone. Orlando with the ball, down 7, into the lane. They kick it out. Corner 3, no good. Rebounded by Cleveland. Boy, Orlando's having a hard time getting those threes to fall. Cleveland backs up and resets offensively now. 10 seconds on the shot clock. They're up 7. Long 3 off the back of the iron, no good. Both teams struggling from three-point land. Cleveland was hot earlier in the game from 3, but neither team can buy one now. Spin move, jump shot, no good. Rebounded by Cleveland. Both of these teams are on a dry spell shooting the ball right now. Super Denny Gumper, what's up, buddy? I appreciate you hitting the super chat, man. Thanks for helping to support the show today, buddy. That means a lot. He says, Tater Man, does whatever the tater can. Runs down the hill, fucks a whore. You don't have a single Final Four. Watch out, here comes the Tater Man. Poor Clemson, man. Got blown out by Duke in week 1 last year. Now they got to play Georgia in week 1 this year. Not a good situation. What is pay, Lou? Oh, I'm gambling today. All my bets are on the bottom of the screen. Cubs -1.5 and Cubs -2. I've got 2 bets on the Cubs because they play twice today. There's a doubleheader for them today to make up a rainout. This game, I've got Magic +5. The NBA game, I got the Magic +5. Later, NBA, Knicks -3. Later tonight, Phillies -1.5. Oh, and when I took a break a minute ago, I added the Braves. Let's add that. Let's add that to the list. I'm also on the Braves today. Braves -1.5. Yeah. So that's the Payloo movement for today. We're trying to beat the bookie this week. We're trying to beat the bookie. I started rewatching Entourage. Forgot how great that show was. Yeah, I've never seen that one either. That's an HBO show, isn't it? That's an HBO show, I believe. Little old Clemson. Yeah, poor little old Clemson. Poor little old Clemson. Uncle, I recommend a Guy Ritchie movie called Wrath of Man. I like Guy Ritchie. Is that a good movie? I like Guy Ritchie movies. Deadwood's an HBO show. More like Sopranos than Yellowstone. I might give it a try. It's just y'all burned a bridge there with the Yellowstone thing. I kept saying I'm not watching it. I'm not interested in that type of a show, and y'all wouldn't shut up about how good Yellowstone was, and it was so bad it turned me off to all those shit-kicking type shows. Wrath of Man is awesome. Where can I watch it? Was it on Netflix or where's it at? Is it streaming somewhere? Oh, the Braves game comes on TV tonight. Could stream again for that. Y'all want me to stream during a baseball? God, I swore I'd never stream during a baseball game. That shit is so dry. Baseball games are so damn boring. But the Braves are on ESPN tonight, and I did bet on them. Fuck. Baseball games are dog shit. Baseball games are absolute dog shit to watch on TV. It can be fun to go to a baseball game, but watching baseball on TV is absolute dog shit. How to Get Away with Murder, Netflix, 5 seasons. Wife and I just finished. I remember watching that show when it was coming on TV, but I think I only watched a few episodes of it. Amazon Prime, for what? The Wrath of Man? Oh, I was going to write it down, but that's my bet sheet. Nobody else wants to make any bets with Uncle Lou? We got this one guy bet $20 that UTSA is going to make the playoffs this year in football, which is not as dumb of a bet as it sounds. Some group of 5 team is guaranteed to get in, and UTSA has been a decent team over the last couple of years. SMU is now out of the group of 5. They're in the ACC. Tulane could be good again. Coastal Carolina's had some good years. Liberty. But UTSA is kind of right there with them. But nobody else wants to make any bets with Uncle Lou. Cleveland makes their free throws, 42-33, a 9-point lead. 5:50 to go until halftime. I've got Orlando +5, but it's not looking good. They keep bouncing around from like 7 points down to 10 points down, 6 points down, 9 points down, but they can't get any closer than about 5 or 6. Not good for the Pay-Lou movement. I need Orlando to go on like a little run here. Orlando needs to go on like a 6-7-0 run. That would be good for me. I'll bet we beat all of our rivals. No, Octavian. When I'm talking about making bets, don't come in here saying shit you don't mean. Save that for the other times. But when I'm talking about making bets, don't say you're going to make bets that you're not going to make. That kind of thing pisses me off. You don't mean that at all, Octavian. Jumper for Orlando. Just an ugly shot. I mean, not even close. Still a 7-point game, though. I've watched a few Guy Ritchie movies, and believe me, when I watched Wrath of Man, I never felt so suspenseful. I like his older movies, the English ones. What was that series of movies he had? I'm gonna have to look it up now. I can't remember the name of them. I think it was 2 of them. Yeah, Lock, Stock, and Two Smoking Barrels and Snatch. Those are my 2 favorites. Now you got to go way back. Those are old now. That's from like back around 2000 or something. But those are probably his best movies. Honestly, I'm looking at the list here. Some of these are okay, but Lock, Stock, and Two Smoking Barrels and Snatch are by far his 2 best movies. These 2. Snatch and Lock, Stock, and Two Smoking Barrels. Those are his best movies. Do you want me to give you a summary? No, Jarrett. If you have to type a summary out in that comment section, everybody that looks at it's going to get eye aids immediately. No, please don't type out a summary of it. It's going to be a foul on Cleveland. But they're up 11 now. Biggest lead of the game, 46-35 with 4:24 to go until halftime. Orlando will be shooting 2 free throws here. Where is BA? She went back to work. Lou, are you a fan of Anthony Edwards? I'm not really a fan of any NBA players. I think Anthony Edwards is really good. Besides Texas and Georgia, which other SEC team has the highest chance of making the playoffs? Bama, Ole Miss, LSU, Tennessee. I don't think anybody else has any chance at all. Florida's not making it. South Carolina's not making it. Maybe I don't even think Missouri's making Missouri. I don't know. I think Missouri. I don't know. I don't know about Missouri. I know they catch a break on the schedule, but they lost a lot. Missouri did. Cleveland for 3, no good. Rebounded by Orlando. But they're going to get Orlando with a foul, it looks like. 10-point lead for the Cavs. Another good movie is Den of Thieves. I'm sorry. Damn. Den of Thieves. Mario Howard says Den of Thieves is awesome. Even if Ole Miss doesn't meet expectations this season, I'm enjoying being an Ole Miss fan a lot right now. I think they'll be good again. Ole Miss has got to start beating some of the elite, though. Like they've elevated themselves above the bottom. You know, they're beating. Ole Miss is to the point now where they're beating everybody they're supposed to, but they're also losing to everybody they're supposed to. You know, they lose to Bama every year. They got blown out by that game against Georgia last year. Wasn't even. I mean, that was embarrassing. Georgia beat them like they owed them money. Ole Miss's chance to really do something was last year's Alabama game. Alabama was not good early in the year last year, and Ole Miss got them right after that South Florida game where Alabama had lost to Texas. They almost lost to South Florida. I mean, they were down bad, and they played Ole Miss at home. Bama was at home. And Ole Miss kept it close, but they just could not score in the second half and ended up losing, I think, 24-10 or something like that. But that was Ole Miss's chance to kind of take the next step, and they couldn't do it. And then now they won the rest of their games until they played Georgia, and then they got blown out, and then they run the rest of their games again after that. But that's the thing. I talk about this all the time. It's a lot easier to go from 7-8 wins to 10 wins than it is to go from 10 to 11 or 11 to 12. The more games you win, the harder it gets to win that one extra game. 37-49, Cleveland's biggest lead of the day. 12-point lead for the Cavs. Not good for the Pay-Lou movement. I'm on the Magic +5. They just haven't been able to get anything going offensively. I mean, they can't put a run together, and they're missing free throws. This is not looking good at all for the Magic. I know it's only the first half, but they're just not playing well. They're abysmal from three-point land. Now they're missing free throws. 12-point lead for Cleveland, 49-37. Cleveland's got the ball into the lane. Easy dunk. It's now a 14-point lead, 51-37, under 3 minutes to go in the second quarter. What do you think Florida's main problem is? Their head coach. That's easy. Their main problem is their head coach. He won't hire an offensive coordinator. He's calling plays again this year for no reason. They don't have a special teams coach. You watch the spring game, they got 10 people lined up on the field goal block team. Billy Napier's in over his head. That's the problem. Now, you can point to other problems, but they all stem from that. You can say, well, they don't have the talent, or their offensive line isn't good enough, or they don't have this, or they don't have that. It stems from Billy Napier's not good enough. Billy Napier's not good enough. Lou, would you rather have 2022 Bijan Robinson or 2017 Sony Michel? Oh, man. Now, I'm in the minority, so keep that in mind. I liked Sony Michel. I would take 2017 Sony Michel over 2017 Nick Chubb. That puts me in the minority, but that's how much I think of Sony Michel, so I would take Sony Michel. But Bijan Robinson really good too. That's not a slight on Bijan Robinson. But I think Sony Michel in 2017 was a better running back than Nick Chubb. Nick Chubb was one of the reasons we lost to Alabama in 2017 in the national title game. He couldn't gain a yard. His life depended on it. I love Nick Chubb. Overall, great running back. But, boy, he was bad in that national title game. Real bad. I think he averaged 1 yard a carry in that national title game. Sony Michel, I don't know what he averaged, but it was more than 1 yard a carry. Or maybe I'm remembering that wrong. I don't know. Let's look. Let me look. I might be remembering that wrong. I don't want to disparage Nick Chubb unfairly here. I love Nick Chubb. And Nick Chubb obviously ended up being a way better NFL running back. All right. Let's see. Yeah. Nick Chubb, 18 carries for 25 yards. I'm sorry, but that's not getting it done in the biggest game of your life. Sorry. 18 carries for 25 yards, average of 1.4 yards per carry. Sony Michel, 14 carries, 98 yards, an average of 7 yards per carry. But we kept putting Chubb in there and kept feeding him the ball for no fucking reason. It should have been Sony. If Sony Michel had 25 carries in that game, Georgia wins. But instead, they kept putting Chubb in there, and he didn't have it that day. Sorry. He didn't have it that day. So 1.8 yards a catch. That's poverty. I don't want. What are y'all doing? I don't want to talk about that. Leave me alone. 51-39, Cleveland up over Orlando. 12-point lead, under 2 minutes to go. Ball knocked out of bounds. Orlando's going to keep possession, but there's only going to be 3 seconds on the shot clock here. Inbound to the corner for 3. Air ball. Orlando is fucking dog shit, man. How are you an NBA player and you shoot a goddamn air ball? The fuck, man? That goddamn garbage. A fucking air ball. Gotta be fucking kidding me. Shoot a goddamn air ball. You ought to be cut immediately in the NBA if you shoot a goddamn air ball. Sark is still edging us with Manning. He's likely coming in when Ewers is done since they're on the same team. Yeah, Arse Manning is your backup quarterback. Last year he was 3rd string. This year he'll be 2nd string. Next year he'll start. Cleveland makes the first free throw. I think they're shooting 3 free throws. So 52-39, 13-point lead for the Cavs. Boy, the Magic are dog water. The Magic are terrible. Why did y'all let me bet on the Magic plus? Why didn't y'all tell me to take Cleveland? Y'all are dumb. Y'all are dumb to let me do that. 14-point lead for Cleveland. Coming up on a minute to go. Orlando in the lane. That's not a foul. Orlando missed another shot. Boy, they can't buy a fucking bucket. They're absolute garbage. This ought to be a one and done. We got to watch this shit for 7 fucking games. This will be a sweep here. Orlando is fucking horrific. Orlando with the ball, down 14. They kick it out to 3-point land. Not an air ball, but he still missed it. Rebounded by the Magic. And a dunk. Great. Amazing. Now you're only losing by 12. Fucking deadbeats. I wish Jimmy Butler didn't get hurt. Tomorrow's Heat Celtics would have been good. Yeah, the Heat beat the soul out of the Bulls yesterday. How did Beth Mowins get the call for a playoff game? I have no idea. I didn't even know she was announcing it. I'm on mute. I listen on mute. Now Cleveland shoots an air. What is going on? Apparently air balls are contiguous too. Yeah. All right, 20 seconds to go. Orlando will hold for the last shot of the half here. They're down 12. What can they do here at the end of the half? Into the lane. No good. That's perfect. Great. Out of bounds with 4.2 seconds to go. Cleveland will have the ball on their end, on the Orlando end. 12-point lead. The Magic can't even end the half right. As you watch basketball, Lou, here's a question. Wilt Chamberlain or Shaq? Who would be your starting center? I'd take Shaq. Cleveland inbounding the ball with 4 seconds to go. Down low, now kicks it out to the corner for three. No good, and that's going to be the end of the first half. Your halftime score, Cleveland 53, Orlando 41. Five-star dummy, Uncle Lou, actually bet his hard-earned money on the Magic +5. I should have just flushed that money down the toilet and called it a day. It would take a miracle here in the second half for Orlando to cover this 5. They look absolutely terrible. Florida might suck, but at least they're not a circus school. Yeah, Florida State has that honor. You can major in the trapeze and all kinds of dumb shit at Florida State. Mississippi is way better than Mississippi State, says QWERTY. Yeah, Ole Miss is a better team than Mississippi State, if that's what, in football, if that's what the debate is. Mississippi State's down bad. They're on their third coach in 3 years. They're not going to be very good. Sven says everybody can beat Ole Miss if you stop their run game. Yeah, that's why they won 11 games last year, because it was really easy to stop that run game. That's why they went 11-2, because everybody can beat them. Did you see FSU made another state championship ring? No, I didn't see that. I hate it for State how the situation with Mike Leach happened. Yeah, put him behind the 8 ball, and I think they did the right thing by promoting Arnett, the head coach, after Leach died. I felt like I just don't think they really had any good options there. So promoting Arnett was like the only option. Obviously, that didn't work out, and so now they're having to change coaches again. But we'll see. I'm logging off if Oklahoma loses to Jeff Lebby. Says Spencer. All right. What's the next thing I'm losing money on today? I think the Cubs came on at 2 o'clock. I don't think that game's on TV, though. Yeah, the Cubs game just started. I need the Cubs to win. Let's see what we got here. Yeah, need the Cubs to win. I've got the Cubs -1.5. And that game just started. They're hosting the Marlins. Top of the first inning. And the Marlins have runners on first and second with no out. So that one's already not looking good for Lou, too. Do they have lines of Florida games? Some of them, I think they do. think you can find early lines for some of the bigger games. Media drafting their Arch Manning should start stories already. Is yours not looking good in the spring game or something? I'm obviously not watching it, but no one's watching it because it's on the Longhorn Network. There's like 9 people on the face of the planet that watch the Longhorn Network. Florida Gators 2024 national champion 17-0, says Octavian. Good Lord. Looks like hashtag Lou Pays type of day. Man, don't say that. Don't say it. It's still early, man. Still early. I've been gambling a long time. I'm not going to give up at 2 o'clock in the afternoon. I'm gambling all day today. There's basketball games on till midnight today. There's baseball games on till 11. I ain't going nowhere. With plenty of time to turn the ship around. Are you watching the Texas spring game? No one's watching the Texas spring game. It's on Longhorn Network. No, there's not a soul on the planet Earth watching it. So, no, I'm not. I think Ewers is coming back out, probably just switching. They can't take him out after missing with Bond. Ewers was only going to play briefly. Yeah, you don't need to see, you know what Ewers can do. You don't need to see a returning quarterback do all that much in the spring game if he was good last year. Now, if he was bad last year, then yeah, you're hoping for some improvement. But Texas is soft, says Octavian. They were for several years. And that's why they kept losing to Kansas. But they're not soft now. Now, they did lose a lot off their defensive line. And if I was a Texas fan, that would be my biggest concern heading into next year, would be defensive line. Any movies piqued your interest enough for a theater trip lately? I thought about going to see Civil War in the theater, but then a lot of people are crying about that, which either means it's really good or really bad. That new Planet of the Apes movie, I'll see that in the theater. That comes out. Might already be out, actually. Florida will be lucky to make it bowl eligibility. Yeah, I agree with that. Did you like the John Wick franchise? The last one was unwatchable. The last one was terrible. The first one was really, really good. And the other ones were just kind of okay. But the first one was really good. The Denzel series is the same way. What's that one called? What's the Denzel movie that's the exact same as John Wick, but it's Denzel instead of Keanu Reeves? Shoot. What is it? What's the Denzel one? Equalizer. Equalizer 1, really, really good. Equalizer 2, okay, still kind of good. After that, garbage. Absolute garbage. And the last John Wick, my God, if you're thinking about watching the latest John Wick movie, don't. Just punch yourself in the face. You'll save yourself an hour and a half and it'll be less painful. Got the grass cut. I'm back. Got to cut my own grass. I ain't rich like Lou. Yeah, I don't cut grass. I don't do yard work. I'm not any good at it. I don't enjoy it. I don't like doing it. If it's up to me to do it, I'll have the worst yard in the neighborhood. I mean, I did my own yard for years. I've learned the hard way. I'm not any good at it. So, no, I don't do my own yard anymore. We have a guy that comes every other Wednesday. It's a pretty good deal, too. $60, I think we pay him. That's not bad. It's worth $60 to me to not have to get out there and do the yard. So I don't. That's my favorite $60 to pay every. I don't mind paying that. Move to El Paso, you can just have gravel for a yard. Well, you can have gravel for a yard anywhere. I was thinking maybe Civil War was going to be more about combat and fighting than photojournalism, says Jared. I'd rather be an IMG fan than a Gator fan. Damn. Damn high school. IMG might could beat Florida. Honestly. IMG might could beat Florida, for being real. What do you think, Octavian? How big of a favorite would IMG be over Florida, Octavian? 2-touchdown favorite? What about Monkey Man? Do you think you'd watch that? Not in the theater. I've seen the previews. It looks okay. I would watch that when it comes out on streaming, but I wouldn't go to the theater to see that. All right, it's halftime of the basketball game. I'm going to give the Magic the benefit of the doubt. I'm going to stay on, and I'm going to give the Magic an opportunity to get themselves back in this game in the third quarter. But if they don't, then they can kiss my fucking ass, and I'm betting Cleveland every other game in this series, and I'm turning this dog shit off. And it's halftime now. So I'm going to give them the benefit of the doubt, and we'll see what they can do here at the start of the third quarter to try to get themselves back in this game. But if they don't, they're going to get one of these, and that's going to be it. Yeah, $60 every other Wednesday. Cut the grass, edge everything, blow everything off, and then there's a bunch of bushes and hedges and shit like that. And he doesn't do that every time, but whenever the bushes or whatever need to be trimmed up, he does it. And it's all included in that $60 that we pay him every other week. Watched a YouTube short, and Warren Sapp said defense does not win games anymore. It's all about the offense. What's your take on that? Well, you do have to have an offense. I mean, the 85 Bears aren't it anymore. But, I mean, Georgia didn't have some kind of world-beating offense in 2021. Georgia won the national title because they had one of the best 5 college defenses of all time. Now, their offense was good enough. It wasn't terrible. Georgia's offense was better in 2021 than it was when Jake Fromm was there and we were scoring 26, 27 points a game, you know. But the defense is what led that 2021 team. Now, 2022, the offense was unbelievable. Top 5 in almost every offensive category. Same last year, too. But I mean, it's well, we'll put it to you this way: Southern Cal ain't winning no natty, and Iowa ain't winning no natty. Southern Cal is going to have one of the best offenses every single year. They ain't winning no natty without a defense. Iowa's got one of the best defenses every single year. They ain't winning no natty without an offense. Yeah, you got to have both. It's not a one or the other deal. It's not a one or the other deal. All right. Let me take another 5-minute break. I'll be right back. Third quarter will be starting here in a few minutes, and we'll see. I'm going to give the Magic the benefit of the doubt. Maybe they can get themselves back in this game and we can pay Lou. We'll see. I'll be back in just a minute. back in here. You act like you're coming in here. You're not coming in here. I told you to find a hobby or something. All right, I'm back. It's almost like I never left because Orlando's still getting destroyed. They're down 14. They are at the free throw line, though. I'm going to give them the benefit of the doubt and see if they can come back here and make it a game in the third quarter. I was hoping this thing would be close. Look, they can't even make fucking free throws. This team is absolute dog shit. How are you missing free throws? Good God, son. Now, Cleveland turned the ball over. Was this another foul? Okay. Chance for a three-point play here for Orlando. There was a steal at midcourt. Orlando goes down and dunks it, and he was fouled. So a chance for a three-point play, but shit, they got to make a fucking free throw now. And that's a 50-50 chance there. Octavian, you don't have to call in. Willing out, though, just for us. We respect you either way. I love Octavian calling in. He's a great caller. He's out of his mind, but that's what makes him a great caller. 11-point lead for Cleveland, 9:50 to go in the third quarter. Gonna be another turnover. Another turnover by Cleveland. Orlando, okay, trying to do something. For three, come on. Bang, let's go. Come on, I knew the Magic were good. I knew the Magic were good. I knew the whole time. They've cut the lead down to 8. Holy moly. I'm not into the NBA. I'm into gambling. This is not a basketball stream. This is an IRL stream, an in real life stream. And in real life, I gamble. So I've got money on the Magic. So this is a gambling stream. This isn't a basketball stream. Who's the best player on the Magic? I have no idea. I can't name one player on the Magic. I've got no clue. No idea. I had no idea. Do you play Texas Hold'em? Yeah, I love Texas Hold'em. I know we smack talk, but I get a kick out of your channel. Yeah, trash talk's what it's all about, man. It's not personal. At least it's not for me. Now, for some people that watch me, it's been personal for them. It's not personal. It's just trash talk. Trash talk's a part of sports. It's part of being a fan. It's definitely a part of college football. It's not personal. Best player, Pienyahi Magic, is Paola Banca Hero. Rad Hominem says, I'm just happy Michigan played a spring game with actual tackling. Yeah, and regular scoring. Yeah, exactly. It actually looked like football, not like that dog shit that Ohio State and Ole Miss tried to pull last week. Good to see you on this Payloo Saturday, sir. Yeah, what's up, Caleb? Good to see you in here, too. Yeah, I got all my bets scrolling across the bottom of the screen, so I'm on the Magic +5. Didn't look good in the first half. We'll see if they can come back in the second half. And then I've got 2 bets on the Cubs because they play twice today. So that's why it lists the Cubs twice on the bottom. They just started. They're in the second inning. Where are they at here? Still no score. It's the bottom of the second. The Cubs are at bat. No outs. Runner on first. And I've got the Cubs -1.5. In this early game and -2 in the late game. They used to do a normal style game before Urban Meyer, says ZZM. Braves money line is always a safe bet. Yes, I'm a homer, but they're just a good team to bet on in general. I don't usually bet the money line in baseball. The Braves, I think I have them -1.5. It's on the screen. Let me see. Scrolling across now. Yeah, Braves -1.5. Tigers actually have a winning record so far this year. I think 2 games above 500. Detroit, talking about in baseball? The Cavs with the ball for 3. No good. Clanks off the rim, but the Cavs get the rebound. Now they drive. And it's going to be another turnover. Blocked at the rim by the Magic. Magic came out to play in this third quarter. They were down, 14 at halftime? They've cut the lead in basically in half, 55-47, an 8-point game. And the Magic's got the ball. 8:55 to go in the third. Now a turnover by the Magic. Cleveland with the ball, drives the lane. Another turnover, but then knocked out of bounds by the Magic. Sloppy offense by Cleveland here to start the third quarter. They're lucky not to lose possession there. They tried to give it away, but it was knocked out of bounds by an Orlando player. Florida runs the SEC. Octavian, buddy, Florida's a fucking disaster, dude. They're terrible. 3 losing seasons in a row. They don't run shit. 3 losing seasons in a row for the first time in your lifetime. Georgia hasn't. I'd have to go back 75 years to find 3 losing seasons for Georgia. You've had 3 in a row. Damn. Orlando nails another 3. 5-point game. Hey, Lou. Come on, Magic. Come on, Magic. Keep it up. Let's go. Cavs with the ball. Hadn't scored in a while. Jump shot. No good. Rebounded by Orlando. The Magic. Now Cleveland can't score. The Magic couldn't score in the second quarter. Now Cleveland can't score in the third. Magic got to take advantage here. Got to score. Underneath. Turnaround jumper. It's going to be short. No good. Rebounded by Cleveland. Cleveland drives into the paint, dishes it back to the free throw line, now out to three-point land. Long 3, no good. Rebounded by the Magic. Boy, Cleveland can't buy a bucket here in the third quarter. 55-50, 5-point game, 7:25 to go. Floater, air ball, no good. Rebounded by Cleveland. They give it away again to Orlando. Boy, Cleveland's got 4 or 5 turnovers already in the third quarter. Orlando for 3, in and out, no good. Rebounded by Cleveland. Still a 5-point lead, 7 minutes to go in the third. Lou, who wins it all in the NBA? I don't know. No idea. Denver's good. Suns are good. Boston's good. Knicks are good. Probably the Western Conference, though. $55-50, 7:03 to go in the third. Cleveland up 5. I'm on Orlando +5, so I need Orlando to keep it up here. It's been a good third quarter for the Magic. Cleveland drives into the lane, turnaround jumper, no good. Rebounded by Orlando. Cleveland hasn't scored since I came back from that break I took. Orlando with the ball. Butterfingers, but they keep possession. In the lane, puts it up, no good. Terrible looking shot. Another steal by the Magic. Cleveland's got to have 8 turnovers in the third quarter alone. And they're going to get Orlando with a foul here. Over the back on the rebound. Georgia better beat Clemson. Yeah, they will. Octavian says, I have Clemson by 3. You won't bet $1 on that, Octavian. You won't bet $1 on Clemson to win that game. You don't have the balls or the money. Either one. You need 2 things to make a bet, balls and money. You don't have either one. All you have is fingers and a keyboard. That's it. Cleveland with the ball, still up 5. Long 3-pointer. No good off the front of the rim. That's going to be out of bounds off Cleveland. Orlando ball. when I came in here, there was 10.5 minutes to go in the third quarter. There's now 6 minutes to go in the third quarter, and Cleveland hasn't scored since I've been in here. So that's 5.5 minutes of game time. Magic into the lane, spin move. That's a travel. It looked like a travel, but did they call a jump ball? Nicholas Fentanyl, thank you for the super chat. He says, Dion was a DB, yet had the worst secondary I've ever seen. This guy couldn't coach John, hopeful to eat an entire cake. He's not a coach. He doesn't even try to coach. He's not a coach at all. He's the Flavor Flav of college football coaches. He's a mouthpiece. He's a hype man. He's a marketing guy. He's not a coach. He doesn't even try to coach. I mean, that's the problem. Florida is soft. They can't even win more than 5 games, says Sharice. Yeah, Florida's down bad. They had 3 losing seasons in a row. That's pitiful. It's pathetic and sad, too. It's piss poor is what it is. 6:01 to go. Jump ball at the free throw line. Won by Orlando. Into the paint. Kicks it out. Passes it around. Dribble, dribble, dribble. Cross court pass that time, stolen by Cleveland. And they're looking to run into the lane, kicks it out to 3. Back into the lane, wide open for a dunk. And finally, Cleveland breaks the scoring drought to go back up 7, 57-50 now. Cleveland up over Orlando. Come on, Orlando. For 3. Good. Orlando is finally hitting the threes that they couldn't make in the first half. Couple of threes already here in the third quarter, and it's a 4-point game. Pay Lou, let's go. Magic +5. Come on, Magic. Cleveland with the ball on a 4-point lead. Dribbling into corner. Passes to the top of the key. Dribble, dribble. Passes it back to three-point land. Drives into the lane. Ugly looking shot, but it goes in and a foul. Chance for a 3-point play for Cleveland. 59-53, a free throw would make it a 7-point game. Thank you, Nicholas Fentanyl, for the super chat. I do appreciate that, buddy. Deion Sanders is DJ Khaled. Another one. Another one. That's a shame if that's true. You say it is true, though. .458 to go. The free throw is good, so a 3-point play for Cleveland. The lead now 7. Magic with the ball. Orlando playing much better in the third quarter than they did in the first half. Into the lane, no good. But he draws the foul, and Orlando will be shooting 2 now. Have you ever done the over-under pick'em stats? Over-under pick'em stats. I don't even know what that is. So I don't think I've ever done it. 3 losing seasons in a row, that's sad. That is sad. It's real sad. How far, everybody in the comments section, how far back in time do you have to go to get to 3 losing seasons for whatever team you're a fan of? Like, I'm a Georgia fan. They had a losing season in, like, was it 2010? They were 6-7. I don't even remember the last losing record before that. I'll just look it up for Georgia. How far back do I have to go to find 3 losing seasons? Florida's had 3 in a row. All right, here we go. Yeah, 2010, Georgia was 6-7, so that's 1 losing season. 1996, they were 5-6. That's 2 losing seasons. 1993, they were 5-6. So I've got to go back to 1993 to find 3 losing seasons for Georgia. That's bad. Was that 30 years? Damn. And Florida's had 3 in a row. Now, once Florida has another losing record this year, which is coming, that'll be 4 losing records in a row for Florida. How far back do I have to go to find 4 losing records for Georgia? 1993 gives us 3 losing records. 1990 gives us 4. All the way back to 1990. Unbelievable. That's amazing. If Florida were to lose, have 5 in a row, then I'd have to go back to 1977. I don't know. Florida might not ever have a winning record ever again. That would be bad. That would be bad, but extremely possible. 6-point lead for Cleveland, 62-56 with 4 minutes to go. Magic with the ball into the paint. A runner, no good. Rebounded by Cleveland. I'm a Georgia Tech grad. Seems like yesterday. Yeah, Georgia Tech been down bad here recently. That's a fact. 3-pointer, no good. Rebounded by Orlando. Cleveland can't buy a 3 in the third quarter. Still a 6-point lead for the Cavs, though. Magic with the ball. 3.5 minutes to go in the third quarter. I've got Orlando +5, so I need him to go on a run here. 3-pointer, no good, but Orlando gets the offensive rebound, and then it is blocked and stolen. Cleveland with possession now. 2005 to 2007 for Ole Miss. So, damn, you got to go back 17, what is that, 18, 19 years? Wow. Florida's had 3 in a row. Unbelievable. Unreal. How has Georgia ever had 3 losing seasons in a row? All right, you had a losing season in 2010, but that's it. Then they had that losing record in 96, but not before that or after that, so no. 1993, they had a losing record, but not 94 or 92. 1990, they had a losing record, but not 89 or 91. Man. 1977, they had a losing record, but in 78, they were 9-2, and in 76, they were 10-2, so only 1 losing record in a row. Has Georgia ever even had 2 losing seasons in a row, Octavian? And Florida's currently had 3? Let's see. Here we go, Octavian. Octavian, in 1961, 1962, and 1963, Georgia had losing records in all 3 of those seasons, Octavian. 1961, we were 3-7. 1962, 3, 4, and 3. How did we have 3 ties? And then in 1963, we were 4, 5, and 1. 1 tie, 4 wins, 5 losses. So, yeah, 61, 62, and 63. Georgia had 3 losing seasons in a row. Wow. How many years ago was that, Octavian? 60 years ago, buddy. I got to go back 60 years to find a period of time where Georgia was as shitty as Florida is right now. Man, I hate to see that, Octavian. I really do, buddy. I hate to see that. At the Oklahoma spring game, this place is packed and Oklahoma is stacked. I'm excited about this team. Well, you better find some offensive linemen, and you better hope Jackson Arnold figures something out, because he looked like absolute doo-doo in the bowl game. And that defense can't be ranked in the 90s in every category like they were last year either, or you're looking at a 6-win season. Commercial break in the basketball game. You want a Chicago Cubs update? Yeah, that's a great idea. It's a 10-point lead for the Cavs, by the way, 66-56. So the Magic need to get their shit together here. But speaking of the Braves, I'm glad you asked. The Cubs, because we need the Cubs to win. What are the Cubs doing? No score. Marlins Cubs, bottom of the 3rd inning. 1 out, nobody on base. They're playing the Marlins. The Cubs are at home playing the Marlins. I need the Cubs to win by Well, I've got Cubs minus 1.5, so need them to win by 2, basically. Texas will be really good again. Yeah, they need some receivers. Got to get the receivers figured out just because they lost all the good ones they had last year. And the defensive line, they got a lot to replace there. But I think Texas will be good again, too. I'm hungry. That I know. I'm fucking hungry. I don't know. I think it's a while before we're going out to eat too. Figure something out about that. Figure something out with that. Will Bama's defense fall way down? It didn't look good in the spring game, but I mean, I don't really know how much you can take from that. I don't think Alabama's defense will be as good as it has been under Saban. No. How much worse will it be? Worse enough to matter? That I think that's wait and see on that. Runner good for the Cavs, 68-58, still a 10-point lead. 1:50 to go in the third quarter. Orlando came out hot to start the second half, but they've cooled off here over the last couple of minutes. They had cut the lead down to 4 at one point, but now Cleveland back out to a 10-point lead. Orlando for 3, no good. Cleveland with a rebound. Nobody's watching the Texas game. It's on the Longhorn Network. Last Texas game ever on that piece of shit channel. Orlando from the free throw line misses the jumper. Kicks it out. 3-point land. Wide open. Short again. Under a minute to go in the third quarter. Still a 10-point lead. Cavs. A layup and a foul. Chance for a 3-point play. 70-58, a 12-point lead for Cleveland. The free throw will make it 13. So Orlando came out red hot, and now here we are right back to where we started the third quarter with a 13, 14-point lead for the Cavs. I knew a guy that bet 400 on Kentucky to win it all this year. You talking in basketball? Cleveland misses the free throw, so it's a 12-point lead for the Cavs. Orlando with possession. 45 seconds to go in the third quarter. Passing the ball around. Top of the key, back to 3-point land. Pump fake, dribbles into the lane. Terrible fucking shot. Just a bad idea, bad execution. And now Cleveland scores again and another foul again. Another 3-point opportunity for Cleveland. Well, Orlando is just fucking dog shit. I hope they have another good run in them for your sake. Yeah, me too. I got excited. They got within 4 here with like 7 or 8 minutes to go in the third quarter, but it's been all Cleveland since then, and now it's about to be a 15-point lead here. They made the free throw that time, and it is a 15-point lead. Biggest lead of the game now for Cleveland. Looks like Orlando might have used up all their gas there in the first 5 or 6 minutes of the third quarter. They're running on E now. Haven't made a shot in a while. They do have possession with 10 seconds to go in the third. Long three-pointer, no good. Rebounded by Cleveland, 4 seconds left in the third quarter. Chance for 3, no good. And that's the end of the third quarter with your score. Cleveland 73, Orlando 58. Got me excited there for a second. I thought the Magic might come back and get in the game, but it looks like Cleveland's going to run away with this one. Don't look now, but the Cubs have scored not one but 2 runs in the bottom of the third, and the Cubbies are on top 2-0 over the Marlins. Let's go. Now that's a Payloo right there. That's a Payloo. That's a good one. That's a good one. I need that one like I need a hole in my head. See, the line on the Cubs game is 1.5. I bought it up to 2. Plus 199. Plus 199. I bought it up to 2. It was the line was 1.5 in the Cubs. Minus 1.5 for the Cubs. I bought it up to 2 for a bump in pay. Plus 199 is the payout. So if I bet $100 on the Cubs minus 2 and they cover, it pays 200 instead of 100. That would be great. That would be great. How much do you normally bet on a game? 50. I bet between $25 and $100 a game. The Magic game, I think I bet 40. Yeah, Orlando Magic plus 5, I bet $40. Cubs minus 2, $100. Knicks minus 3, $75. Braves minus 2, I bought it up. Braves minus 2, $24. So it pays 50 if you win. Pays double your bet if you win. Because I bought it up to minus 2 at plus 196. Cubs minus 2, I bought up to plus 199. $100 pays 200. And then I've got a parlay, Cubs minus 1.5 and Phillies minus 1.5. I bet 100 to win 300. I'm more interested in the UFL than the NBA or the MLB. I'm not interested in any of it unless I'm betting on it. And I haven't bet on any UFL games, so I'm not interested in it at all. I'm only interested in what I bet on. That's it. I'm not watching any NBA playoff game that I don't bet on. I don't give a shit about the NBA or Major League Baseball. I only watch what I bet on outside of college football. College football, I'll watch any college football game, whether I bet on it or not. Yeah, but I need the Cubs to pour it on here. I need the Cubs to pour it on. That's what I need. Bottom of the third, 1 out, runners on first and third for the Cubbies. We could be looking at some more runs here. Let's see. What are we doing? 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Runners on first and third. They scored again, I believe. Did they score again? No, they did not score. Ground out. Runners to second and third, though. So 2 outs now. Runners on second and third. First base is empty. 1 ball, 1 strike. Come on, Cubs. Base hit scores 2 here. Another ball. 2-1 now. 2 balls, 1 strike. Start of the fourth quarter here in the NBA playoffs. Cleveland versus Orlando. And right out of the gate, Cleveland scores an easy layup. They extend their lead. They're now up by 20. They are now up by 20. Magic for 3. No good. Rebounded by Cleveland. I think they got Cleveland with a foul on the rebound, though. And the Cubs are going to walk to load the bases. So bases loaded now for the Cubs. 2 outs. Bottom of the third. They're up 2-0, but a chance to add to the lead here. M. Talkman at bat for the Cubs, for those of you that care. 20-point lead for the Cavs, though. Unbelievable. They have just, that second half of that third quarter was just total domination. Total domination. Magic with the ball, 11 minutes to go in the game. They're down 20. I had the Magic +5, so I'm donating money in this one. I don't see any way the Magic can get themselves back in this game. Right underneath the basket, and they miss. Rebounded by Cleveland. One ball, no strikes, the count. Bases are loaded, so you can't walk this one. Going to have to give them a pitch to hit here. Still a 20-point lead for the Cavs. Into the lane for the Magic. Travel, block, foul. They're going to call something there. A second ball now, 2-0. So walk the last batter. The Marlins did, and now it's 2 balls, no strikes on Talkman, I guess is his name. Bases are loaded. Nowhere to put him. Got to throw him something to hit. 2-0. Orlando can't make these free throws, man. It's just absolute garbage. Absolute garbage. Well, that's it. Third inning over. Batter out. Third inning over. But the Cubs do score 2. They're up 2-0. Second free throw for the Magic. The Magic missed both free throws. Now they get the rebound, but God almighty, man, make the fucking free throws. Give me some hope here. They miss a layup. They get another rebound, miss another layup, and throw it away. Somehow they're going to give the ball to Orlando. I swear I thought that was out of bounds on Orlando. How many layups can you miss in a 2-minute period? They've missed 3 layups and 2 free throws in the last 30 seconds. They're fucking garbage. How did they get into the playoffs? Fuck the Magic. Fuck this. Fuck all of Orlando. I'm not betting on any fucking Florida teams anymore. The whole fucking state of Florida is a disaster and down bad. Fucking Orlando can't make a free throw. How do you miss multiple layups in a 30-second period? And then you get fouled and miss not one but both free throws. Coming from someone who never played sports in his life, says Mark Anderson. Who, you? Yeah, unless you've played professional basketball, you can't criticize anything about basketball. Yeah. Also, if you've never been the president of the United States, you can't have a political opinion either, you fucking moron. And unless you're a world-class chef, you can't say that a restaurant is bad. And unless you've ever directed a blockbuster movie, you can't say a movie's no good either. Man, you're a fucking genius, man. You got it all figured out. Holy shit. Who Velcros your shoes for you, dummy? Who Velcros your shoes for you, retard? I'd love to know that. 18-point lead. Cleveland for 3. No good. Rebounded by Orlando. 9:50 to go now. Cleveland down, 18? And they're going to get Cleveland for another foul. Coming from someone who never played sports in his life. Yeah, if an NBA player misses a layup or a free throw and you criticize them, how dare you? How dare you? Hey, Mark, you're fucking retarded. How about that? Buckle the chin strap on your safety helmet, you fucking retard. Hey, Mark, they just missed another fucking layup. Cleveland with possession now. Dribbles into the lane, dishes it out to the corner. Now all the way around back to the top of the key for 3. No good off the back of the rim. Rebounded by the Magic. Still an 18-point lead for Cleveland. Coming from someone who never received a scholarship. Yeah. Cleveland pump fake from 3. Into the lane. And now Cleveland's turn to miss a layup. Maybe that guy didn't get a scholarship either. Orlando for three, no good. Rebounded by Cleveland. Quiet now. Huh? I haven't been quiet since this stream started, Knuckle Dragon motherfucker. You can't criticize anybody unless you also do that, I guess is what you're saying. So, like, you can't have any political opinions because you're not a politician. You can't have any opinion on a movie because you ain't never directed one. You can't complain about any restaurant ever because you're not an executive chef. What else? Does that pretty much cover it? I can mouth breathing. If I can, 5-star dummy. A 5-star dummy in the chat. You can't criticize anybody unless you can do it better. Unless you can do it better, you can't criticize them, woo. Welcome. Make a layup, dummy. Make a free throw, dummy. Referee's getting an earful from a coach who's never been a referee, by the way. That coach ain't never been a referee. He ain't got no business yelling at that referee. None. Hey, Mark, you ain't got no opinion on referees or umpires, do you? Because I know you ain't never been one. Mark, can you fog a mirror? Seriously. Can you fog a mirror? I'd be surprised if you could. I bet you can't fog a mirror, buddy. Mark, you ain't never criticized no referee or umpire, have you? Since you aren't one. $16-point lead for the Cavs. Long time out here because we had an injured player for the Cavs. They got him over on the bench now looking at him. Is his mouth bleeding? I don't know if he got elbowed or what happened. Look, his mouth might have been bleeding. Lou, you are allowed to criticize drivers at least. Not unless you're a professional driver, you're not. Unless you're a NASCAR driver, you can't criticize any other drivers. Did y'all know Mark's never heard a song he didn't like? He has to like every song he hears because he's not a musician. So he has to like every song he hears. 14-point lead. Come on, Magic. Uh-oh, here we go. Orlando with a steal. Down low and a dunk. Okay. Are they just getting my hopes up for no reason? 12-point lead. They've cut it. It was a 20-point lead a minute ago. They've cut it to 12. 8 minutes to go in the fourth quarter. I'm a 5-star dummy, though, because I've got the Magic +5. I don't see that happening. I don't see how they're going to get this thing down to 5. Cleveland into the lane, off the glass, no good. Rebounded by the Magic. All right, come on. Got to score again here. 7:45 to go, down 12. Passing the ball around outside. Do something. Long three. Drains it. Let's go, white boy. Come on, white boy. I don't even think he's European. What the fuck is he doing out there? I think that's a regular white person. But he just nailed a three, though. 78-69, 9-point game. Cleveland into the lane, Euro step, dishes it out into the corner, back into the lane, floater and good. 11-point lead now for Cleveland. Magic with the ball, down low, lays it in. All right, back to a 9-point game. Got to play defense now. Play some fucking defense. Cleveland in the lane is fouled. They'll be shooting free throws. Lou is going to rant when we beat them this year, says Octavian. I'm pretty sure I'll go on a rant anytime Georgia loses a game. How severe the rant is depends on who they lose to and what the loss means in the grand scheme of things. We have to recalculate our expectations of regular seasons. I mean, the days of losing 1 or 2 games and that being it, that's kind of, well, I guess there's going to be 2 lost teams that make the playoffs. So, like, if you lose a regular season game, like, how mad can you really get if it's just 1, you know? Like, do I want to lose any games? No, I don't ever want to lose any games, but it doesn't mean the same thing anymore, you know? I have a degree, and I don't give a fuck, says Jarrett. That's good. Not giving a fuck is a good character trait to have. I doubt Georgia will miss out on too many playoffs, says ZZM. Octavian says Florida is back. Yeah, back to having losing records. Back to having losing records. Florida was good in the 90s, and Florida was good in the 2000s. Outside of that, they've been shitty in every other decade. They were shitty in the 30s. They were shitty in the 40s. They were shitty in the 50s. They were shitty in the 60s. They were shitty in the 70s. They were shitty in the 80s. They were good in the 90s. They were good in the 2000s. They were shitty in the 2010s, and they're shitty in the 2020s. 2 out of the last 10 decades, Florida's had a respectable football program. It's going to be hard to go undefeated in the SEC. Yeah, I'm not picking anybody to go undefeated this year in the SEC. I don't know. I'll be very perturbed if we lose to Bama again, says Dr. Bart. Yeah, I'll be mad if we lose any game, but losing to Bama won't have any effect or impact at all on Georgia's season if that's their only loss. I can't wait to see all y'all Georgia fans cry like Carson Beck. Did you cry last year when Georgia beat Florida, Octavian? What about the year before that? And the year before that? Commercial break in the basketball game. Let's check in on the Marlins and Cubs here. Marlins and Cubs. Cubs still up 2-0. The Cubs are at bat. There's 1 out and nobody on. No balls, 1 strike. One ball, 1 strike. Boy, baseball is boring and long and fucking dry. Octavian needs to see my therapist, says Jarrett. All right, Cleveland shooting free throws now. They're up 11. They're now up 12. No, I'm sorry. They're up 10. They were up 9. Now they're up 10. 71-81 is the score. Let's just put it that way. 71-81 is the score. 6:52 to go. Second free throw, also good. Now they're up 11. 82-71. 6:50 to go. Magic went on a little run here before this last commercial break. Let's see if they can keep it going to the corner for 3. No good. Damn it, Beavis. Still an 11-point lead. Cleveland with the ball, top of the key. Dribbles to the free throw line. Spot up Jay, no good. Cleveland gets the rebound, though. Now they want to slow things down. 10 seconds on the shot clock. 6:15 to go in the game. Drive, Euro step, and good. 13-point lead for Cleveland. Orlando keeps doing, they go on these runs, but they can't maintain it. For three, wide open. Buries it. All right. Orlando just won't die. Orlando just won't give up. 10-point game, 5:50 to go. I'm on Orlando +5, and I'm not feeling good about it. I'm not feeling good about this one. I'm going to have to put my eggs in the Chicago Cubs basket. Hopefully they can get me a win because it doesn't look like the Magic are going to come through for me. Cleveland with the ball in the corner. 5 seconds on the shot clock. Pass into the lane. And they're going to get Cleveland or Orlando with a foul. Not a good foul either. 2 seconds on the shot clock. He likely misses that shot with or without the foul. Instead, Cleveland back to the free throw line. +5 is still a possibility. I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't have enough faith in Orlando down the stretch. Thoughts on the spring game so far today? All I've watched on the spring games today was the first half of the Michigan game. Alex Orji looks like he can't throw the ball at all. Their backup quarterback, he can throw the ball. But that's really all I took out of that Michigan spring game. Makes the free throws, back to an 11-point lead, 85-74. Cleveland up over Orlando, 5:20 to go in the game. Orlando running out of time, and so am I for the Pay-Lou movement on the Orlando game. I got the Magic +5. And Orlando turns the ball over. Nope. Get it back somehow. Turnaround jumper. Of course, that's no good. That was a terrible fucking idea. And the shot was bad on top of that. Cleveland with the ball and an 11-point lead. I was out and about, so I missed most of my teams. Notre Dame's, everyone seems excited by C.J. Carr, but it's typical fans thinking we will win the natty type stuff like always. Yeah. It's going to be hard. Look, some Notre Dame fans get mad about it. It is what it is. There's a lot of people out there that are going to have to see Notre Dame win something in the postseason before they'll take them seriously. We've just seen it now. It's been 30 years of Notre Dame being really good and then losing whatever postseason game they get in. They haven't won a major postseason game in over 30 years. I mean, you know, they're 0-2 in conference championship games. They're 0-1 in BCS title games. They're 0-2 in playoff games. They're like 0-5 in New Year's Six games. They get put in these big games and they just lose every time. That's where all this stuff comes from, where people just don't care about Notre Dame during the regular season and call them overrated and all that. It's because they've been given like 13 chances in the postseason and they're 0-13 in the last 30 years. FSU is having a clown show tonight. They had a spring game coming up later, 6 o'clock, I think, for Florida State. Commercial break into basketball. Top of the fifth inning now. Cubs still up 2-0 over the Marlins. Marlins are at bat. Nobody on base, no outs. No balls, 1 strike on the batter. There's a lot of talent around Gainesville. I don't know about that. There might be a lot of talent around Gainesville. There ain't very much talent in Gainesville, though. Specifically on the Florida campus. Put that in the category of sad but true. You know? Sad but true. What are we doing here? Still a commercial break on the basketball game. Coming up on the end of that thing, though, the Magic are out of time. They tried to. All Orlando managed to do was keep me watching this game. They were never going to cover the 5. But every time I thought it was over, hell, they were down 20 points like 10 minutes ago. They get back to within like 8 or whatever, but then now it's back to 11 or 12. They're just stringing me along, Orlando. They're never going to cover this 5. Bunch of dummies. Cubs still up 2-0. Top of the 5th, no outs. Full count, 3-2, and now a walk. So a leadoff walk for the Marlins in the top of the 5th. They trail the Cubs 2-0. Don't fuck around, Cubs. How many games does Manning play for Texas next year? How many does he start? 0, barring injury to Quinn Ewers. He's not going to start any games at all, barring an injury to Quinn Ewers. All right, Orlando with the ball. They dribble into the lane, lay it up, and in. $12-point lead for Cleveland with 4:28 to go. Texas is sorry, says Octavian. Of course, he's a Florida fan. When was the last time Florida won a bowl game? Cleveland with the ball and a 12-point lead, 4:20 to go in the game. This is game 1, first round. Eastern Conference playoffs. Just a random reminder, Tennessee has 0 playoff appearances and 0 Final Fours, but it's okay because they were number 1 for 1 week. Yes, that's right. That's right. Well, these players out here trying today. This ain't like the regular season where these players give up. They actually try in the playoffs. It makes it worth watching. Cleveland with the ball in a 12-point lead. 4 minutes to go. Turnover. Orlando ball. Should be. What? They called that out on Orlando? I thought Cleveland just threw it out of bounds. The hell? What is that dog shit? Well, I sure thought that was going to be a turnover in Orlando's ball, but I guess they're going to say it's still Cleveland's ball. Eastern Conference feels like Boston and 7 speed bumps. Yeah. You know, if Embiid wouldn't have got hurt, I mean, I know he's playing now, but he's not 100%. He's the best player on the planet, though. Joel Embiid's the best basketball player on the planet when healthy. Who do you think eyed UJ's RB1 and wide receiver? Well, there's no such thing as running back 1 anymore, unless you don't have any good running backs. But there's no such thing as RB1. Wide receiver 1. I mean, I don't know what your definition of wide receiver 1 is. If it's the wide receiver at the end of the year with the most yards, I'll go with Dominic Lovett. If it's actually wide receiver 1 like the position, I don't know, Dylan Bell, Colby Young, because I think Dom Lovett's going to play in the slot, which technically isn't wide receiver 1. But I think Dom Lovett will probably lead the team in receiving yards. Nobody wants to hear about fucking LSU. Y'all are soft and pansy as hell. Octavian, I do worry about Octavian a little. I'm not going to lie. I do worry about him a little bit. Did they review that ball when it went out of bounds? Because It seems like that should be Orlando ball. Yeah, the Magic is challenging the call that it was out of bounds off the Magic. So we'll see. The play is under review with 4 minutes to go and Cleveland up 12. Didn't LSU drop 60 on Florida? Oh, my God. Didn't they? Did they? Is that true, Octavian? What's the worst quality team that can win the SEC? Y'all come up with some weird questions. What's the worst team that can win the SEC? There is no bad team that will win the SEC. So I mean, if you win the SEC, you're really good. I think that's Orlando's ball. They're taking a long time to look at this thing. That's dog shit. That ball was clearly out of bounds off Cleveland. That's absolute bullshit. You know, I have a lot of patience for referees when they blow calls in real time, but when you screw something up on instant replay, that's unforgivable. That's pitiful, piss poor, pathetic, and sad. That should never happen. That's just a blown fucking call. Texas picked a fine time to join with Saban retiring. Well, Texas just beat Saban last year. I don't think they care about that one way or the other. Cleveland for 3, air ball rebounded by Orlando. So all that for nothing. Cleveland didn't score anyway. Magic with the ball down 12, 3:50 to go. Into the lane, off the glass, no good. Rebounded, and second chance bucket is good. And a foul. So a chance for a 3-point play. So here we go again. They got to fuck around and get Uncle Lou's hopes up with 3:45 to go. I've been trying to turn this game off for an hour, and every time Orlando does the same damn thing. They get down 20. I'm literally got the remote in my hand. Fuck this shit. I'm turning it off. And then Orlando goes on some kind of a run. Hell, a while ago they got within 4 fucking points. Now they cut the lead to 10. They're shooting a free throw, which will make it 9, but hell, this ain't no guarantee. Orlando could make a free throw to save their life earlier in this game. Are they going to make this one? I don't know. About to see right now. No. Of course they're not. If Orlando just made their free throws, this game would be fucking tied. If they could just make free throws, this game would be tied. Never mind the +5. Fucking idiots. Can't make a goddamn free throw. Cleveland in the lane. Buries it. Back to a 12-point fucking lead. This shit's irritating. Orlando with the ball. 3:13 to go, down 12. Better start shooting threes, dummy. Dribble, dribble, dribble. Turnaround jumper. Short. Which is the story of the game. Cleveland with the rebound, and this one's over. I worry about Octavian, so needs to call the 1-800 hotline for Octavian. 12-point lead for Cleveland. They've got the ball. 2:45 to go. There's going to be a foul here on Orlando. That damn dummy. Now the Marlins have scored. This shit's going from bad to worse here. Now the Marlins have scored in the top of the 5th like they're going to do something. Fuck shitty-ass fucking Marlins. All right, I'm out of here. Fuck the Orlando Magic. I'm never betting on any more Florida teams as long as I live. Appreciate y'all hanging out today, though, and have